Where am I going now? Just falling over dreams. Now I'm just so far gone, this isn't what it seems. It's taking me so damn long, it's fading from belief. I need to slow this down, it's burning from beneath. Come break this line, the thorns in my eyes, holding on for what is worth my life. I'm out all your time, I'll make it up the vine. Find my way to giants in the sky. Tonight it comes to life.
How's it going, everybody? We are live a little early. Hope all of y'all that do celebrate Thanksgiving had a happy Thanksgiving. It was fantastic, dude. Good food, hanging out with the family, just a chill time. I didn't fix my webcam. I'm such a good streamer. I'm so professional. Yeah, I didn't. Yesterday, I had a good excuse, all right? I was making food. We were doing a lot, okay? We got the casserole, we got the stuffing, we had the turkey. Two types of turkey, in fact, actually. Not big, just for a bit of variety. What else there? Potato salad, cranberry, obviously. No yams this year. No yams. Some people can't really do yams right now, so yeah. Yeah, so it was good. It was just chill, it was relaxed, good food, have a bunch of leftovers as per usual. We are live though. Finally, Actress is back for the next 2 hours. Okay, good. Let's get as many games as we can while you got electricity, Rick. Let's get some games, boys. Yo, we're gonna be getting groups together over on the EU side of things. If you guys want to join us, you're more than welcome to it. Get your friends in on these, man. We are live here early just for the EU. So we're trying to see if we can get some games going right now. Also, if at any point you guys get into the beta, because they're apparently going to be doing another build on December 3rd, so I'm guessing a big invite wave because they're going to be doing the play with the blues type of thing. If y'all are in the beta and you guys, if we have enough of us on there, we could do duels on beta. That could be real fun. I would love to do that. Здорово, riktigt. Здорово всем. Where's my sound? I don't even have music. Hold on, let me get that fixed up real quick. Let's do the next song actually in the mix. Oh, I like this one. It's not too loud. Beautiful. That's all I care about. All right, do we have groups? Do I need to make one? What are we doing? Oh, we're doing it. What do I do? What do I want to do here? Try to go for graphics. Yeah. Rick. Making a group. He's got 4. Hold on. That's with Leo. Wait a second. Is that with the Smershka? Or do I need to get another go? What the hell is that? All of y'all on the same team. What is happening? Okay, hold on. Molten Core. I hate how they don't have Molten Core as like a choice of raids anymore. At the very tip of the top. I guess nobody really needs a group for it, but like I noticed a lot of people put their groups over in the Molten Core if they want to do some cross-faction for like RP events and shit like that, dude. We got a second group up and running though. If y'all want to join in, get in here. Unless we already got 2 groups and you guys don't even need me. Which works out for me, honestly. We are live a little early for the Russia boys here. Привет. Сколько будет здорово? Дуэли сегодня? 2 часа, может 3. 2 часа, может 3. 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. That's how long it's gonna be lasting. Depends how I'm feeling, man. Depends how I'm feeling about it. Wait, I saw this guy running around 400k. I was like, wait a second. Ready? Okay, your group is ready. I gotta get mine up and running, by the way. Johnny, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good, my dude. Let me see if I can get anybody to join in. Hey, wanna join Duels? Despershka, do you have a group already? Are you in, bud? Bro, I've been on beta so much, man. I am not used to people having like 1 million health anymore, bro. I'm not used to that, man. I'm not used to 11 million health. Oh, man. Doing very good. Very good. That is awesome. Happy for ya. But yeah, I got a second group up and running. If y'all want to join in, you're welcome to. Wait, Dandruin said something earlier. Hold on. I got messages. That's Mushka. Hey, Dal, just reminder it would be good to schedule those and all today. Yep, we are here. Dandruin, what did it say? Hey, I'm in today. Hey, need an in? Or you're in a group right now? Try to see if Dandruin is in. Johnny is ready. So I'll need bodies. Подскажи, как туда попасть. Как попасть, скажу тебе по-русски будет сегодня, друг. Hold on, сегодня. So, у нас группы на LFG, это будет на Under Molten Core. Найди 5 на 5, 1 на 1. Если не пишешь 5 в серче, и сделай так, что ты увидишь все фильтры. Хорошо? Тогда мою группу увидишь. Хорошо? Хорошо. Откуда знаешь русский? Я родился в России, друзья. Я родился. Я не говорю так много. Я забываю уже. Извиняюсь. I mostly speak English, bro. I mostly speak English. I've been living in US for so long. I live in US. I hang out in US. I live in US, man. I'm a US citizen. I had to renounce my Russian citizen completely to become a proper citizen here, man. I'm not fresh on the boat, dude. Like, when I even look at myself in the mirror, I identify more with the Americans around here, bro, than Russians. I'm sorry, boys. I do remember my roots, man, though. I do remember my roots. I had the type of mom and grandma that both lived through communism, dude. The good old Soviet days, you know what I mean? Good old Soviet days. So, like, I still have some of those connections, but, bro, look in the mirror. Like, seriously, anybody in US, anybody outside of Russia, bro, I literally don't identify myself as Russians as much anymore. It's crazy. It happened around the time when my brain, rest in hell, get in here, guy. It happened about the time where my brain, at some point my brain used to think in Russian, and I would translate everything into English. That was the other way around. I think in English and have to translate it to get the Russian version for things, dude. It just you change, your mindset changes at some point. Okay, I'm gonna buy again. Я родился в Европе и никогда не был в России. Никогда? Хорошо, я не знаю. Это было... Потому что я родился в России, но переехали в Америку, когда мне было лишь там... Не знаю сколько, но это было 2004 год, я думаю. But about 2004, so we removed or whatever. It's been a while ago, man. It's been a while. I'm not fresh off the blog, dude. I'm not fresh off the boat. Просто родители тоже. Хорошо. Yeah, dude, didn't know you're Russian, and didn't know you got them Russian roots, dude. I got a bit of Russian, a bit of Polish. Oh, наш слоняра. Я just знаю, что это. Yeah, my Russian's so bad, dude. I have no idea what Catastrophe Wolf said. Oh, наш слоняра. I have no idea what слоняра means. I have no idea what that means. Martian's very limited. Swedish! Oh, Swedish! Yo. The Swede. That's cool, man. That's cool. Who else can I invite, dude? Hey, Duels? I'm gonna guess Dan, you're already in a group, right? У тебя группа есть, да? Yeah, Naspashki, you may have to, yo, if there's Russians talking or whatever, man, and they asking questions, you may have to be answering for me, man. You may have to be answering. Shane, I see you in chat, man. How you doing, my guy? Yeah, you may have to answer for me, man. There's a good chance my Russian just won't be good enough. Telling ya. Just checking. Does he have a group or not? We need bodies, dude. I need a lot more bodies, man. Heartstuck, Cutie. That's like such a good name. Toxie. Hey, Duels. Got a group. Dude, remembering even a little bit of Russian, like hanging out and talking to Kragar, he doesn't really know English. He knows like very, very little. So like me talking to him, I had like a whole Russian keyboard thing bookmarked so I could type up words in Russian just so we could communicate. It was rough, man. I joined Leah. Okay, that works. We need bodies though on this team. Well, let's get an invite, man. Does Ganolito want to join? I might as well ask, right? Hey, wanna join 5v5 Duels? I need like 3 more bodies, man. So now it means, oh, you are our homie or something like that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have no idea, honestly. I had no clue. I hadn't lived, I guess I moved from Russia when I was fairly young, so if there's any slang words or like colloquial words, I just wouldn't know them. I wouldn't know them. Ты где живешь сейчас в Америке? Южной Каролине? Штат Южная Каролина? No, какого East Coast. I don't know how to say that in Russian. He asked me where am I living. I said, Nancy, baby. Good old Nancy, baby. Can we just sit and talk? Yeah. We can just have you go last, young. You can just hang around and talk, man. And then maybe like run out, throw some cooldowns, maybe you get a kill, and then go back to chilling. Okay, we still need more bodies though, man. We still need more bodies on the side. Yo, Rick, are you in? Rick is already in, isn't he? Rick is already in. I don't know, maybe. Okay. Ganolito is a no-go, unfortunately. Toxie, maybe he'll come back to me with that. Hey, Shadow, wanna join 5v5 Duels? Dude, I need 2 more bodies, man. I need 2 more. How do I get 2 more, chat? Do you guys got any friends you want to invite to Duels? Hey, wanna join? I'm gonna ask Azurax, like maybe he'll be down. I keep asking Anto, but every time he's just like, nah. And at some point he just stopped responding to me. So you just like give me the cold shoulder, man. What did I do? I was already friendly with that guy. I didn't say anything. Why is he ignoring me like that, man? Chat, why is he ignoring me like that? Pando, I know is a PvE guy, so you won't be joined in. Yeah, man, we need a couple more bodies, chat. We need a couple more boys. There's a couple. Do you remember when you were born in Russia? At least you remember South Russia or North part. I know it was the city of Yekaterinburg. It's like the Ural area. City Yekaterinburg, Ural area. Yeah, I don't think we really got too far out of the city. I mean, there was a dacha in the area, but like, I don't think I really traveled that much when I lived in Russia. I think it was a couple of times we went to Moscow, but it was for like, it was mostly for like immigration stuff. But I think I've only visited the capital like once or twice, maybe. I don't really like. I always wanted to visit St. Petersburg. I don't think I've ever went to St. Petersburg in my life. But I remember like thinking like, oh, that'd be cool. That was a place. those known or whatever. But yeah, I wouldn't really. I remember parts of like my life in Russia, but again, I was young, dude. I was a young kid, so like, ain't no way I'll remember a lot of it. Yeah. So also, we'll have Bayek only for a handful of games. Is he getting like knocked out? Whoa, hold on, Bayek, don't die to the Evoker. Bayek, no. Not the Evoker, man. Just hit him with that bubble and Dawn Light, double Dawn Light, and let him out. Yeah. Yeah, so I remember only parts of it, man. Like, looking back at my old neighborhood, because you can, like, you know, Google Maps and go back to the neighborhood. I don't remember any of it. All changed way too much. Like, I remember parts, sort of, kind of, but, like, yeah. It's been so long, man. It's been so long, dude. I've just been living in the US for too long, man. I've been living here, like I said, like, I identify so much. Like, when I look at myself, I don't really think of myself as, like, I'm a Russian. I'm just like, I'm an American, bro. I don't know, man. You got smoke? No shot, no. Wait, you woke me did? Good. I was thinking you said he got smoked. I was like, wait, did Bayek get smoked? I was like, no. All right, so we still need one. Dan is in a group, right? Is Dan in the group? You're in the group, right? Hold on. Did I message Dan? You got a group, yeah? Because maybe if Dan does this entire time did not have a group and I could have just invited him in. Спасибо, что объяснил на русском. Хорошо. Я пытаюсь по-русски разговаривать чуть-чуть, как могу. Но по-английски мне просто легче. Но когда могу, тогда пытаюсь отвечать вопросы и все это в чате на русском, когда могу. Ну да. Anyway, I still need like one, bro. We still need one. I need one. I can't believe Leo snatched up Saya and Rick all of the same go, dude. Like, holy. If Toxie responds back, man, we can get a group going, but unless Toxie's already in a group. But I'm not 100%. I'm just gonna ask Anto, dude. He's gonna stonewall me, but I'm just gonna ask him anyway. I'm gonna be like, yo, wanna join duels? And he picked up the Smash cut too, bro? My god. I go, dude. What the hell? Govnuka is basically like a curse word, more or less, isn't it? Is that at me? What the hell? What did I do? Russian is good, much better than my English, bro. It's bad, bro. It's bad. I have no idea what Knucklehead said, man. Hold on, actually, let me translate it. I know the first word is like a bad word. What is that? I don't know what the last part is. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see. Yeah, so the first thing of Duke is a shithead. Less common instead, Russian appears more of a colloquial dialect term. Messy shithead? Is that what that is? Bro, it sounds so silly. Like, the words don't even sound like curse words. It sounds like something a baby would say when they're growing up, man. This is why, like, sometimes I have a hard time, like, taking Russian words, like, seriously. Because I'm just like, what is this word, man? It sounds something like a baby would say. Like a baby just learning to talk. And apparently it means something. And I'm like, there's no way you're going to convince me that means anything mean in particular. You know what I mean? Jesus, bro. That language is so odd. Arator? Alright, try to see if we can get Arator, man. We could use a lock. We definitely could. We definitely could. Wait, is Arator a warlock? Is he a lock? Paladin. Oh, you know what? We got Palas. We're winning. This group got a bunch of Palas. They're totally winning, right? Totally winning. Alright, hold on, make lead then, man. Rest in Hell, I guess? I'll make Rest in Hell lead. I'll make Rest in Hell lead. Rest in Hell is lead for now. Alright, we're just gonna do this. Inlet spectator match. Rest in Hell. Hopefully I got his name right. And then Johnny Boy 5 and the Grand 1. Hopefully I got it right. Nope, I did not. Shit. Alright, let's try it again. Let's try this again. Wait, did I not get Rest in Hell? Oh wait, no, I did get Rest in Hell right. I just got my command wrong. Rest in Hell and Johnny boy, Johnny. Yes, Papa. Okay, we're good. What? Yeah, we're good. I just don't have sound. We're dueling, boys. Yes, we are. I'll try to what in-game cinematics in Russia to rate it. In-game cinematics in Russia and rate them, bro. Like right now, I'm not against trying that out like on a normal day when we're doing some streams. Yeah, maybe, man. So the beta duels pose? Yeah, man. I didn't have enough people message me back for the beta stuff, but apparently there's going to be a big invite wave, 28 or whatever. Or no, not 28. On the 3rd. Yeah, so maybe we'll get a bunch of people invited then. That would work, right? That'll work really, really well. Yeah, Russian cinematics. I think it'd be interesting. I kind of want to see the one with Illidan and Zira from Legion. You know what I mean? The one that was just like trying to convert him to light. I want to listen to that. I feel like that's gonna sound really funny. Like I'm not gonna be able to take it seriously at all, bro. Which? Got ourselves Arator over for the team 1. Actually, I can see. Well, blonde hair is missing, but like. I see what you're trying to go with the Arator. Look, we got Bayek on this team. We got ourselves Rest and Hell with Rogue. What is her name? Wait, Young. That's Rogue guy. And then Rogue Roganoi? Is that supposed to be like beef stroganoff, but like in a rogue format? What is happening? He's still on the Saya as he got himself Searing Glare to follow up. Is going to try to see if he can back up out of there. Gonna take a bit of the downlight damage. So for Arator, does burn a trinket. So does Saya actually. So actually, the both paladins are basically an even standing, even footing right now. Not the worst setup, honestly. Arator just tried to see if he can continue blasting out damage at Saya. It's just got a lot of damage back to him. The Arator getting locked out in a stun. I think I'm switching wrong target. Not bubbling? The fact that this man chose not to bubble there. As it was that low, is Saya gonna have to bubble? Saya bubbles. Dude, for Arator, might be a win. I don't know if he can go for immunity. He just used Lay on Hands. He tries to see if he can live. Belfracial. He's got a bubble in case he needs to. Arator could win. Bubbles under Saya. Saya cannot really do much. Does Arator turn this around? Saya, I don't think he can spell ward even for a while. He's gonna have to pre-spell Warden. He does have Lay on Hands though, so Saya does still have some outs. Stun onto Arator. No more big outs. He does have an immunity. Saya's also gonna have an immunity. It might be best for Arator to match an immunity. I actually think you should match it. Yeah. Now you gotta find the stun onto Saya and dump as much damage into him as you can. I think that is how you win. Saya's gotta Lay on Hands and regenerating. There goes the regenerating. Arator needs a recovery. I think Saya might have won this. Does Arator sit down for the mage foot? He is sitting down for the mage foot, still melting to the dawn light. Plan on doing those in beta? Definitely, as long as we got bodies, man. I don't think we have enough bodies right now, but they should be doing a big beta invite on December 3rd, and maybe by then I'll know. We got a bunch of people on there, man. I told everybody that has the beta to add me and try to see if we can get ourselves groups over for the beta. I think it'd be super fun, man. If you want to join us at Bastion, you're more than welcome to, man. Arator got nothing left in his back pocket. Saya still has a Lay on Hands, so he's okay. Arator needs to find victory here. He just tried to self-heal himself as much as possible. Equalize and help with Saya. Wait a second, maybe it turned around. I think he just won. He actually won, but does he go? He doesn't go down. He beat Saya. Saya had a Lay on Hands, but that stun didn't let him do nothing. Arator actually won. I think he might actually be real Arator. He might be the real Arator. It's so good. That was so great. Oh, well done. That was great play. Him getting a chance, getting Saya to burn a bubble does give Arator a chance there. Man is playing to heal himself and survive. He's actually, the fact that he didn't just randomly bubble when Saya had him so low. Well done, Trey, my boy. Well, definitely did, dude. Rick out here skulking around. He's got his umbrella. He's got his pets out here. Man is ready for it. Man is ready. That's how you can tell you, boys. I'm up a lot, witching a lot early, man. I had a random voice crack in between. I had a late night last night, man. I played Baldur's Gate with my bro because we were like, you know what? It's Thanksgiving, man. Might as well spend some more time with the family. Rick is just spinning like crazy. Hannah Goldon's crashing down. Got himself the, he's playing into not a Diabolist anymore. He is back onto the Soul Harvester. Interesting choice. Again, I'm just not used to that demon just running around cloning people, by the way. Resident get a blasted in the opener. What was that damage? He barely got it to do anything. Sitting at half health, having to burn his big healing abilities immediately. That is a bunch of demons chasing after him. Double Felgar on the approach. Does go for the hop from a mile away. Does connect from downtown, landing a kick onto Rick, trying to keep the damage going. Metamorphosis right after stunning all those pets. And it's going to be his soul ripped out of his body. May need to go to retrieve it just to make sure he's got all the healing in the world. Big damage onto Rick, trying to see if he can stun him as best as possible. Locking him down. Axtos does have a trinket. Mortal to follow. Does he get line of sight? He doesn't get the line of sight he needed. But Metaform is still active. Shadow Fury to follow up. Dressrock is joining in. Resinel still has health to work with. Rick has no health whatsoever. Resinel is going to turn around and is going to go for as much survivability as possible, picking up some of those demonic souls from behind the pillar. Rick got himself yet another demon spawning in. Resinel had no health whatsoever. Backflipping out of this. Stone to Rick, but he has Reflect. And Rick does end up taking him out with the demon bowl. Does get him super low. But I had enough to kill, damage to kill apparently 11%. Nerve did the trick. Bro, seriously, the nerves actually did do the trick. Rogue and Tony. I'm gonna call him, dude. I'm gonna call him Rogue and Tony, man. I'm just gonna call him Rogue, what is it? Rogue-Tony, dude. Rogue-Tony. I'm okay with that. I'm giving him his nickname just because my brain does not process his name super easily. Rick just tried to see if he can spam fear the guy. Ports on that step. That is so perfect. He doesn't even know that the rogue is on top of him. The rogue caught a vanish. He's an actual stealth. Rick is just that good at predicting rogues. He's like, I know he's gonna step on me. So I'm just gonna port gateway out. He knows exactly where the rogue is at, man. He actually sees him. It's gonna be Garrotes out for rogue. As he got himself Mortal to follow here right after. Just needs to spam CC onto the rogue while he is on no trinket. Next Cloak of Shadows is gonna give him that cover for all the CC. Backing up out of that, letting the pets do work. Tyrant joins in, and that's probably going to be the big demon joins in. Is going to leap in, go for a bit more of that Cloak of Shadows for Rick. He just tried to see if he can stay away. Cloak of Shadows by the rogue. Does have a port, try to see if he can maximize this range. It's going to go for the mat slow, and the rogue is just going to melt to those pets from out in the open. Rick does take another one. With young Jay going to be up next. Try to see if he can drop in a frozen orb. The frozen orb getting caught in all those demons. Try to drop blizzards all the time. It is going to have that flare reflected back to him. Rick trying to be extra careful. Knows there's going to be blinks. Immediate axe toss on a young. Try to see if he can save those CCs or those interrupts for the cast of young. Catch him almost in the fear. Block. Immediate ray of frost. Try to see if he can stay super aggressive. Rick may just go down here. Drain life. Barely keeping him alive. Or so he can dodge the breath. He's still alive. He's still out here kicking. Barely though, barely alive. This is going to be port out for Young, but Rick getting himself out of dodge. Big summon Gloom Fiend. He just needs a little bit more. Ring of Frost is going to stop his escape on the left hand side. He got himself a Tyrant, so it's going to be a bit of free damage onto Young. With Rick picking up a little bit of healing, Breath to follow. Does have a Trinket Mortal. Axe toss to stop the cast. Does have a Blink in case he needs to. Block instead. Young is definitely going to pop out of the block, but he's setting him up with a bunch of demons ahead of time. Try to go for that alt of time. Port right after. Young is going to end up altering backwards. But I think he's okay with it. He just wants to do some damage. But he's not in an amazing spot. No more blocks. And Rick so far, I think, like, stabilized for the most part. Unless Young just swoops in and lands a full Meteor, Comet Storm combo, shatters him. I think Rick is going to make a full recovery here. He's got himself first aid. Got himself good line of sight. Young can't catch a reset. All he can do is avoid the pets and slow him down as best as possible. But Rick has got himself so much damage from a distance. Dreadstalk is with an axe toss, locking out Young. It is over. It is so over for Young. He's trying to make one last play. One more blink. One more flurry. But it's not enough. With Bayek being last one left, it's going to get mad slowed immediately with a Hand of Freedom, keeping him running. Going to be a gateway out for Rick as a Hodge connects. That's actually huge for Rick. Does it? They create some space. Mortal into Bayek. Bayek does not have a trinket anymore. He did use the Dark Iron Racial. Fear to follow is going to spam out into Bayek. Bayek taking a little bit of damage. Spell Warden, but the pets do physical damage. So there, he can't stop those. Going to be a Tyrant joining in. He's going to empower those pets. Reflect up on Rick for a second. Does have a port, I'm pretty sure. He needs himself as much recovery as possible. Blind on those pets. He's trying to give himself some cover. He's trying to see if he can break away from those pets. It's going to be Axos locking him unholy. Could be really bad for Bayek. Shield of Vengeance is available. Rick just getting some freebie damage from behind the pillar. Bayek with the lay on hands. Rick unfortunately does not have a way to break out of the stun. Does he have anything to follow up? I think Bayek potentially takes it. But unless Rick, yeah, there ain't no way. One more hammer toss and taking him out. With Dandruin going to be up next. Yet another Dark Card Dwarf. Try to give Bayek as much of a chance here. Try to give him opportunity to recover. Hey there, long-time viewer who's just running to WoW. Love the video. It's like so much big Durkag? I'm messing up your name, man, but big. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate ya. Thank you. Played well. Oh, he did. Yeah, he did. Bayek is going to be up next versus Dan. Bayek's got a lot of the team 2 to get through. I don't think, maybe he can get through a Paladin and a DK and a Rogue. He's got a bubble. That's like the only thing that he's really got in his back pocket. Lay on Hands and Spell Warden both use versus Rick. He might be able to make something happen, man. Durka G. Okay. I gotcha. It's going to be Dandruin just trying to see if he can keep some range damage onto Bayek. They're just trading blows without really coming into contact with one another. Dandruin looking to get a bit of healing. Dan needs to be very careful. Does he get blinded? I don't think he's got blinded. I think it was actually max range from it. Lay on Hands ahead of time. Stunned by Bayek. Trying to keep his range from Dan. Just letting that Dawn Light do as much damage as possible. Dan may need to be looking for a bubble. Needs to fight it with to lock down Bayek. If he can at least get a bubble out for Bayek, then Team Leo and Nasmeshka may actually have an easier time with this Paladino. It does go for the stun. Do you have the cooldowns at the end? He does have cooldowns. Bayek is looking a little rough though. Shield of Edge barely keeping him alive. Shield of Edge up for Dan. Bayek will be looking for a bubble here actually. Blind is trying his best to save that bubble. If he gives up a bubble right now, he won't have anything against Leo or Nasmeshka to stop their goes. But he just might have to send it. I'm wondering if Lay on Hands is coming back for him. Sending down for Magefoot, unless Dandruin stops it, stun immediately. Bayek chooses to bubble. Bayek decided, you know what? I'm probably dead if I don't bubble. Dan does go for Spell Warden, so it's a good trade. Dan actually still stands a chance, man. He's getting stunned. Wait, if Dan stands a stun, I think he stands a chance to win. Searing Glare, he's going to get hit, but he's trying to see if he can back up out. I don't think it's Searing Glare connected, honestly. Does he win? Oh, the hammer. He just needed that Hodge to come back just a little earlier. And he would have been okay. Appreciate you and your content. And I appreciate you, man. Leo up next. Waiting his time, waiting his turn. Question is Bayek. I mean, at least Bayek is given a proper honor duel here. Question is, though, does he have Lay on Hands? Because that may help him. Shield of Edge ain't gonna do nothing at 56% dampening. My apologies. He got Wake of Ashes. He's got a Trinket. He could use that. So Shield of Edge, Trinket, wall coming up very soon. If you got Lay on Hands, maybe that's something you could do. Leo, I think it all depends what kind of a build he is. If he's the Reaper build, Bayek, I think if it's a Rider build, I think Bayek could maybe live that. But a Reaper, I'm not sure. Especially if Leo's spell steals like a really good ability, like a Hodge from Bayek. Like, that would be massive. That would be huge. Or even just Hand of Freedom so you can stay with Bayek the entire time. But it's given him as much of an honor duel as possible. Unfortunately, Bayek, he got Darker and Rachel coming back up soon as well. So maybe, I don't even know if that will be enough to really help him win. That might be kind of helpful, but not really. Chain of Ice out for Leo. Immediate blind for Bayek with his Searing Glare. Bayek, well, AMS out for Leo. Bayek knows he doesn't want to send that damage into AMS. He's just going to get absorbed. He wants that Dawn Light to deal damage to Leo. Blind by Leo. Stun right after Bayek. Trinkets a wall to follow. Shield of Edge to come out immediately. I don't know if he's got Lay on Hands. If you have it, use it now unless it's over. Yeah. He was Riders, actually. He was a Rider build. Never mind. Rick picking up 4. My man Rick. Dude, we haven't seen Rick in a while, but also he hasn't been able to play at all. But now he can. So now we can get him in. Man, why is I zooming out so far? Let's get another one going, boys. Rest in Hell and Leo, let me know when you guys both are ready. If you still got teams of 5, otherwise, let me know. I could join in. You know, try to fix that up. You know what I mean? Alrighty, Johnny is ready. Question is Team Rest in Hell got 5 or the good? Getting burned out by Wither training. Really? Do people still do Wither training? Oh, artifact appearance. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that sucked, man. Unfortunately, I'd never played a class that needed their appearance from Wither. No, I have Blood DK, but I got mine pretty quickly. I got mine really quickly. Now, let's get serious. Okay. Okay, I hear you. Let me throw you into a serious arena. Okay, and let me throw you into a serious arena. Huh? Actual serious arena. You guys want a serious arena? I gave you a serious arena. It's so weird that Tolveron was added in Mists of Pandaria, right? It's like a Cataclysm zone, but it was added in Mob. Although, what a not a bad arena. I can't really bring myself to say what a good arena. I'm just like, not a bad arena. I just like the look of it, man. It really went with the full like Egyptian type of feel with it. And I appreciate it. I think it's really nice. You know, most serious arenas flashbang. Can I be honest? Which? I don't like the flashbang arena. I'll be honest, I don't like that one. Like, I know it's funny, like, haha, EU having to play in a really bright arena. Oh, it's super late for them, but they have to play in brightness. Ha, it's funny, what a joke. But like, I just don't like the way that arena looks, but I also don't like the design. The pillars are way too small. I think the Crucible, the Enigma arena, the Zereth Mortis one, is actually better than the flashbang. Like, I feel like it's just better designed. It feels better to play in solos. Just saying. And just in twos too. It just feels better. Leo gonna be first up versus Rogatoti. I'm gonna keep calling you Rogatoti, man. I'm not doing it on purpose. Your name, I'm confused with your name. So I'm adding like an Italian, a nice little Italian spin to it. Leo taking immediate damage, bleeds and poison coursing through his veins. Leo ain't feeling that good. Rogatoti taking a bit of damage, blind as evasion comes out. Who knows that the Rogue is actually going to be able to dodge a lot of his obliterating attacks, so he's going to just avoid him the best possible. Big breath. That's where the Rogue defense is down. Wait, you can still see him. Wait, the Rogue did not run away with a cheap shot. Oh, the Rogue. He cheap shotted you, but he kept standing in that breath, taking damage. That breath actually hurts a lot. And then change the breath in order to be a 1.5 minute cooldown to line up with the rest of your cooldowns, and it rewards you for big obliterates. Man, does it feel good. Man, does it feel good. Is it going to be Arator next? It is Arator up next. I don't think Arator and Leo are going to duel each other so far, but Arator definitely held his own with that last match. Did really, really well. Leo trying to see if he can avoid the Paladin. Unfortunately, Leo is not the kind of class, Death Knight in particular, just not built for constant damage. There really are a 1.5 or 45-second burst class. So he's got some cooldowns, but he wants to be extra careful when he goes in, because he wants to make sure that burst does not lose value. Pre-AMSing, that's going to be trying to spell steal some kind of a spell from Arator. Maybe, looks like he stole something, I'm not sure what. Sounds that Arator does force a trinket out of the Paladin. Leo's got plenty of damage rolling in here. Will's going to be a Spell Warden. Unfortunately, Leo, I don't think stole a Spell Warden. He might have stolen like a normal heal or something from Arator. He does have the ability backup available. Blind onto Leo. It's going to take a bit of damage though. Maybe looking for a death back here. Lichborn just to give himself a little bit extra defense. Blind onto Arator. He does have Dark Sim. That's going to be a Hodge that he stole from him. He stole a Hodge from him. And now he can reflect it back to him as he got AMS in order to absorb it ahead of time. Arator taking a little bit of damage, but a Wake of Ashes is going to help him stabilize. Bubble to follow. Leo trying to see if he can break out of here as quickly as possible. No AMS. Maybe looking for a death pack. Trying to just wait and burn death pack only when he is at the tail end of his burst. Silence on Arator. The Pally has nothing left. Wait, Leo! My God! And he does get himself a heal, I think. Oh, man. Wait, do you die? Do you die? There's no way you die, right? Barely survived. Barely survived. Is it Young Jay? Is the rest of Hell next? It looks like it is Young Jay. Just gotta zoom in all over the place. How are you doing these shuffles, man? How is this guy shuffling? He's so good at this. He's just not even moving, man. Just straight up MJ moves right here. And he also got this going on too. He does a scooting thing. Didn't work that time, but he's usually pretty good at it. Oh, Leo's trying it too. Okay, now you figured it out, huh? Now you figured it out. Can you tell that these two, Frost Mage and a Frost DK, are both just sharing the same brain cell? Or just passing it around to one another? What are you doing? Oh my God. That's so good. Blind into Young Jay. He's gonna have to be a little bit careful, I think, with Young Jay. He does try to see if he can spell steal something from him. Trinket. I think it was a blink. Blink back for the Leo, though. Blink it back in with the gripper right after. He's got grips in order to counteract blinks, and he's got one blink to match one of the blinks. Alter, unfortunately, and reverse blink are available for Young. Is gonna get himself a big shatter combo. Meteor, Ray of Frost, lots of damage on Leo. Actually, wow, Leo almost just died there. I feel like if he didn't have any kind of self heal whatsoever, I think maybe a Warlock Hellstone from Rick, I think that would have been end. But he does give himself at least a fighting chance. Try to see if he catch up whatever healing he can. He got a little bit of runic power. Maybe a couple of death strikes would help. Definitely got a spark spam and death strikes. 70% dampening, man. You got to get him up and running as quick as possible. Young throwing in frozen orb. It does not connect with anybody. It is stuck in a wall there and it's still pulsating. Breath does immune it. That's going to be a stun with a grip. Sounds out of Young. Maybe looking for a block. Does go for the block. I don't know if Leo spell steal. He didn't spell steal anything. He still has a chance though. He's trying to see if he can keep himself range from Young. Maybe trying to see if he can go for a grip. Young, I think, altered that too. Grip blind immediately. Does get himself huge crits. And Young is out in the open. Leo's not rooted. He's got AMS. No, he's got a shield. He's got a little shield. Trying to spell steal the shield. Just trying to see if he can take it back from him. Wraithwalk, he's trying to see if he can end it right now. And Young, I think, is dead. Unless he got another block. Yeah, Leo takes it. Just taking it, the man's soul. Absorb his soul from afar. Rest in hell, leaping in, trying to see if he can take down Leo. Can he do it? Because Leo's kind of left with it. Actually, a lot of his defensive cooldowns are back. The Hunt, I don't know if that connected. I think he might have rooted him on the Hunt. But I don't think the Hunt ever got even a CD used up. And Leo with the Legendborn trying to see if he can keep himself mobile, waiting until cooldowns are back up unavailable. He's gonna have to be very careful. He needs to land a full stun onto Rest in Hell. Silence actually is gonna help as well. Being able to land a silence on a Demon Hunter is gonna be very helpful. If he can land it. Or only if he can land it. Rest in Hell trying to see if he can land a Hunt. Does get himself a proper Hunt going. With the darkness down as a blind comes through for Leo. Does AMS a lot of this damage. I don't think he can spell steal a lot of spells from Rest in Hell. You might be able to actually maybe get a Chaos Nova. Maybe I can get something out of him. I actually don't know if there's any Dark Sim abilities you can spell steal from a Demon Hunter. But a lot of the abilities are spells technically. I don't think he'll be able to I-beam or anything. But maybe like Fracture or something. Does get himself the stun. Rest in Hell has himself blurred. Doesn't use Metamorphosis so far. So Leo is definitely under a ton of pressure. Just trying to see if he can back out as best as he can. Obliterate's barely making its way. It's going to be a flyby for Rest in Hell. Landing those fell lances. And it's going to be Dark Pact. Death Pact for Leo. Putting himself at Death's Door with Necrotics up. Rest in Hell can swing around. And land a big hit. I think he might just have it, right? Silence on a Rest in Hell. Chain of Ice slows. Leo just tried to buy himself some time, but I think he might just be dead. Yeah, Rest in Hell just zooming right around the corner. Unfortunately, Demon Hunters do a really good job versus Death Knights. Unfortunately, do really, really well against them. Dandruin is taking a couple of stuns. I think Rest in Hell just tried to see if he could pick up a soul fragment from him really quickly, but it's going to immediately meet a full Wake of Ashes Dawn Light combo. Rest in Hell needs a lot of healing. I don't know if you'll be able to do much. Just pick up some soul fragments, but it's going to need to go for as much self-healing as possible. Dandruin with a Shield of Vengeance. If you go damage him right now, you're just going to go down. Rest in Hell trying to back up out of here while immunity is up. I don't know if you can go for a proper heal. I think Rest in Hell is just dead. Yeah, unfortunately, Paladin's Dawn Light at 35% dampening. Demon Hunter is already in a position where they can't really do much. Bayek landing a stun onto Dan is going to be a Hodge right after. Dan got himself a Wake of Ashes from a distance. Just trying to see if he keeps himself super far away from Bayek. He's going to have to be very careful when it comes to trading cooldowns. It is going to be Lay on Hands out for Dan. Bayek tried to keep the range damage going. Searing Glare, I think because he was blinded, that Searing Glare was no way for it to connect. Blind on the dam, but the judgments do break it. Bayek getting kind of lowish on health. Does not want to burn a bubble. Lay on Hands or a Blessing of Protection in any way, or Spell Warden in this case. Wants to be very, very careful here. Stun onto Dan. Try to see if he can go for some damage. Is going to go for a self-heal. He just going to try to see if he can kite out Dan. As Dan, I think, realizes that he's going to go for the Hand of Freedom. Try to see if he can keep the pressure because he's got Bayek on the ropes. Bayek is trying really, really hard not to use a big immunity. Not to use any of his big reset buttons. For Dan, though, I think right now is the best chance to just like try to see if he can force pressure onto Bayek. Try to see if he can get some of those cooldowns. Because Dan does have Spell Warden. He does have Bubble. That's pretty good to trade. You can trade with that. He's going to go for the first stage to recover. Bayek does have Mage Foot on his team, so he's also going to get some recovery. So it's going to come down. Whoever's gets the first stun. Dandruin needs to have a response here. Bayek is going to continue the pressure here. Dodge, unfortunately, does not connect while the blind is done. And Dandruin does bop, unfortunately. I think he meant to Spell Warden. I don't think he meant to bop it. That's unfortunate. With Rick going to be up next. Bayek got a hell of a team you got to fight. You got to fight the Saya, Nesmershka, and Rick. And these guys ain't going to make it easy. If this man makes it, man, I actually think this Paladin is going into like the layer of the beast right here. Blessing of Protection to stop a lot of these demons, the physical damage demons, from attacking him. Reflect up for Rick. Mortal to follow. Unfortunately, Bayek is going to take magic damage. May have to look for a bubble here. There goes the bubble. Unfortunately, I think the bop was to try to counter the physical damage the demons do. But you're still taking lots of magic damage from like Clawing Shadows, from the the Gloomhound, Rick, who's able to get some dots on you, handle dons, shadow bolts, and any of that anathema damage from the soul, the demonic soul that he's hosting his body. Might actually be able to check out Bayek here. Leonid's last second Bayek, his last like ditch set of cooldowns that he can use in order to try to see if he can reclaim victory. Rick is looking super healthy. Axe toss on the Bayek, knocked back onto the Paladina. Bayek I think might be done. Yeah, unfortunately Bayek does go down. That's a lot of pressure from a Warlock, man. Leo picking up 3. Well done, well done. Well done, well done. Unfortunately, Demon Hunter was not his not an easy matchup for the Death Knight. I don't think it is in most cases. You know what I mean? I think in past, Demon Hunters would fall over to a Death Knight, but like both are kind of squishy. And Demon Hunters have like such a good hit and run. They have a better hit and run. They have good sustain, but a better hit and run because they always lock you down in the stun. It's like a rogue. The chance of that much dampening? Yeah, that is true. Dampening was really high. Honestly, I wish I could control dampening. I cannot though. I wish I'd limit it. I'd give it like, okay, let's raise to like 25% and keep it there. And then we'll like play the games out for a little bit, see how things go. And it's like, if there's too much healing, I'm like, okay, let's raise it by like 10% more. And then see how that goes, how that feels. Let's get another one going. Toblerone was not the arena. Let's do, I'm gonna do a wild card. I'm gonna hit you guys with a wild card. If it works. If it sends. Hello? Did a smaller maps? We can do a lot of smaller maps, yeah. We're not gonna do always Toblerone and massive arenas. We're gonna do a hook point, we're gonna do a rook, we're gonna do like a Dalaran sewers. Yeah, I'm down to do all the smaller maps, honestly. I tried to do Ashermain, that didn't work for some reason. I'm gonna try it one more time. I just want to try Ashermain, see if it works. Like, because I do want to add more arenas into the rotation for duels, and we haven't done Ashermain in a while. Lordaeron? Of course, we'll definitely also do Lordaeron. That is the one I was missing, honestly. That is a map I was missing. We just gotta try this, see how this fits, if this feels good for duels. Usually that big pillar with a cat is a little long. And that usually used to be like a pain point where a certain mobility class would just run circles around it. And that's all the game was, just circles around that thing. Or, I guess you were running rectangles around it because it's rectangular in shape, but you know what I mean. We'll see if this arena is any good for it. But yeah, in the past this one was kind of okay, but then it kind of just became like too much of a run fiesta. Which, haven't been here in a second. Diving into some Legion Remix arena, man. I always like this one like visually. I don't really get to play in this arena that much. I feel like they just kind of took it out of rotation. But I always love the big old statue. It's really cool looking. Got ourselves Arator in this team. We got ourselves Roganoli. We got ourselves Bayek. We got Young and Rest in Hell. And Roganoli gonna be first up. Rigatoni, Roganoli, Pastoroni. He's gonna be first up versus them. Did these two already fight each other? I think it's a bit of a deja vu, isn't it? It's a bit of a deja vu, isn't it? Sap by the Rogue. As long as the Rogue gets the most damage into Leo and lets those dots really fly, he's going to be okay. The lockdowns with Cheap Shot are huge. Rogue, unfortunately, does not shrink it out of that stun. Is going to go for the big death marker to Leo, trying to make sure the dots are in, but the breath keeps pumping. And it's all frost damage. He's got evasion, but he's still taking damage after damage. Got to remember to cloak it. It's a lot of frost damage the man has taken. Unfortunately, dots are still rolling into Leo, so it's going to be a little bit extra additional damage that Young can benefit from. Try to see if he can land a stun into Leo. I don't think he'll have human racial to break out of it. Try to go for as much self-healing as possible. Death Strikes are doing work. Spell's still a Frostfire Bolt by the looks of it, but it doesn't really do much. Try to see if you keep the pressure on at least the pet to like get some heals off him. Immediate block out for Young, but you know he's not going to be sitting on that block. He's just trying to see if he can land a free Glacial Spike into Leo, and it's getting a lot of those Frostfire procs on him. For Leo, this ain't feeling good. He's got a burn, man. He's feeling the burn right now. He's going to grip the pet just to land a couple of heals off of that thing. Bred by Young, but a pre-AMS for Leo. This is going to be Leo trying to see if he can jump back in there versus Young. Got himself at least a little bit of healing. Young backing up out of there fully. And he's trying to see if he can separate for a second. Leo trying to see if he can play more of a sustained-based gameplay right now, actually. Which is super unusual for Leo. Normally, he plays a hit-and-run build, but I think against Young, he's like, you know what? I have to be in there. I have to be constantly running. I have to be dipping in and out. I have to be putting pressure on the mage, and I have to be getting death strikes off of this guy. Otherwise, I'm never going to have enough health, and when he catches me low, I'm going to be locked down and in a really bad way. Block out for Young. You know, he's been blocking high like that. He just tried to see if he can get a CC chain. Oh, and Leo did not have a stun ready, so that was a breath into a knock. But Leo, he's got himself mounted up, ready to go. So he's playing the big rider build, not playing the scythe build. Gripping Young in with the silence. I think it might be lights. I think it's lights. I think it's lights. Yeah, at that point, there's nothing you can do. That silence completely strangleholds you as a mage. There's just not much that you can continue on with. And it does take him out. Who's up next? Is it Rest in Hell? The last time Rest in Hell got to run over him. Is it Arator? You know, I don't think I've got the this version of the Farak mount, the random drop off of that boss. I got the AOTC version, but I don't think I've ever gotten that, like, the OG Farak look. It looks good. Bike up next? Okay. Well, Bike ain't gonna make it easy for Leo. You see Leo just backing up out of these, like, you know what? I need my AMS, I need my death pack, I need my stun, I don't have a human racial. Maybe he can run in AMS Dark Sim to get a stun onto Bayek. That may be a playstyle here, maybe a choice. Yeah, immediate Hodge. IBF out for Leo, so at least he has a way to break out of it. Bayek trying to see if he can back up out of the blind on the bike just to hold him in place. He's blinking all over the place. I really don't know if Leo's able to track him, or if it's just me that's seeing it, or if everybody's seeing it. It looks like he's literally ahead of him. What is happening? He's like everywhere, nowhere at once. Blind onto Leo is going to hit him with a shining glare. Leo can at least pop an AMS. So he'll be okay on that front. Dark Sim. So Bayek now knows he needs to give something easy for Leo that he's not going to give him a victory here. Cannot hodge Leo with the Dark Sim active. Does give him a hand of freedom though. Not the freedom that lets him move. It's the freedom that stops movement. I think he tried to go for a stun there with an AMS too. So that might have been a perfect AMS for Leo. He's just trying to see if he can buy himself a bit of time. Waiting for some cooldowns. He got Dark Sim back up and available. Might be able to make some work here. Full stun into Bayek. Dark Sim. Trying to see if he can get a bubble out of Bayek. He's going to be able to get a bubble out of Bayek. Got to be able to get a bubble out of Bayek. Leo just needs to be very, very careful. He's still got breath. He still can keep the breath pumping. He can be actually A-okay. Bayek bubble falls off. Leo with the death pack. Oh my god. Do you still have a bubble? Do you spell skill the bubble? Do you still have it? You might want to use it before. Yeah, I think you lost it now. Yeah. I think you may have lost it. You're good, man. You're good. That was a good play by Leo, honestly. That was really, really good. He popped off all that burst, forced the bubble. Played it super defensive, just waited it out, kept the breath rolling by spamming Howling Blast. Took it out. But honestly, I mean, I feel like in any other situation, Pally, I think, wins that. But Leo definitely played that pretty well. And the rest of the hell, of course, walks up, takes him out. Second time in a row, dude. Second time in a row. For Rest in Hell, the Paladin is an easy... Whoa, Saya. Hold on a second. I didn't realize he decided to go like full drape over one shoulder, armored up on the other side. Look at all... Not Mr. Pandaria, I was going to say. Look at all Sire Denathrius. Sigillus misery trades without a Hodge for Rest in Hell. He's still going to take a lot of damage from one Paladin into the next, man. Paladins are not easy for a Demon Hunter. Try to see if you go for a little bit of self-heal. Do you have first aid? You may need to go for first aid just to give yourself a heal while immunities are active. Throwing glaives over at Saya. I-beam is available. Try to see if you can find a way to make some damage happen. Saya got himself full magic immunity, so for Rest in Hell, unfortunately, a lot of his damage is chaos damage. It does count as magic, so you cannot really bypass it. Metamorphosis past Saya, flying up in the air. Try to see if you can barrage him. Is that going to be enough? It's definitely going to send Saya behind the pillar. Those lances are doing a lot of damage. Saya just trying to see if he can fight through it. Does he DPS it? Bubbles it. He bubbles it. I didn't think he would bubble it. Is going to go for the regenerating immediately. That bubble is kind of like a Scumlord play, honestly. Oh my god. Yes, we can reshuffle the groups after this, Rick. I'm down for it, man. I'm down for it. Send a bit of variety in here. I'm okay with that. Alright, Arator. Try to see if you can charge out at Saya. It's going to be a quick blind. Bit of a Wake of Ashes for Saya. Arator last time dueled Saya and did really, really well. No more bubble available for Saya, unfortunately. Spell Warden, not available either. Maybe a Lay on Hands, but I'm not 100% on that either. There goes a Lay on Hands. Arator has himself everything available, I'm pretty sure. Spell Warden. Yeah, Saya cannot respond. He has to run. He has to get out of the scot-free. He has to get out of this scot-free. All he can do right now is try to see if he can land the next stun and hopefully live. He needs to be ready for that bubble out of Arator. Because if he goes in for a stun, Arator bubbles, Saya needs to run. So he's going to have to use the next few Wake of Ashes either to do damage or to heal. Start onto Saya. Arator might just end up winning it here. Searing Glare, so Saya cannot respond whatsoever. Saya, unless you got to heal, wall may not be enough here. Stun lands onto Arator. Does give himself a Wake of Ashes, using it offensively, but also making sure to use at least one of those down lights defensively. So for Arator, he's actually in a situation where Saya looking like he could recover. Rest of the team needs one. Good. Rick wants to reshuffle the teams, so what we could do is we could like split the teams and reshuffle them so we get new bodies in different teams, man. We could do that. Arator is sitting down for some mage food, stun onto Saya. Saya with the blessing of Sancta actually, so that helps him deal with that stun pretty easily. Shield of Venus for Arator. Saya also got a Shield of Venus of his own. Stun onto Arator. Still has a bubble. Is going to send a bubble. Saya backing up out of there, trying to see if he keeps himself alive. 38% damage, but he is going to reduce a lot of that healing. Arator, though, no longer has an immunity. Saya may have a lay on hands back up by this point, so maybe he's still got an ace in a hole. Searing Glare. Saya trinkets the blind to stop the Searing Glare from Arator. Next stun wins. I actually think the next stun may win this duel. For Arator or for Saya. It's actually that close of a duel. Arator, I think, wants to sit down for mage food. Saya does not have a way to heal. No. Stunned by Saya. He got himself the opener. He got himself the advantage. Is he going to press it? Looks like he does not play Searing Glare. Arator's going to take a lot of the damage. 41% dampening. Sit it down for mage food. Saya needs to run in there. He doesn't want to. Saya does not want to run in there. Arator got a lot of mana. He's got a trinket. Stun. Saya with a blessing of Sancta, which is huge actually. Arator does go for a lay on hands. So he does have one more button. Saya may have a lay on hands of his own actually. I think enough time might have passed where he does get it back up and available. Bubble also almost available for Saya. Does get a stun to Arator, who's got a trinket. It does end up taking him out. Never mind, Saya did not have a lay on hands. I misjudged that. Arator so far able to compete with Saya though. Met Saya in the arena a couple of times though. I didn't been able to match him. Can't even beat him. Well done. Well done. Giving Arator at least a chance to catch a bit of a breather. No bubble, no lay on hands, no spell warden, no bop. So I don't know how Arator wins this. I really don't know. Rick getting hit with a stun. Arator axe tossed. Wake of Ashes for the Paladino, but immediately Mortical runs him in the other direction with a fear spam right after. He's just stuck. He's just struck with fear. And a Tyrant to buff up the duration of those pets while summoning up a big old monstrosity around the corner. Yeah. I don't know what else he could do in this situation. Arator trying to hammer around the damage as best as he can, but it's going to be axe toss with Rick taking him out. Man, Leo picking up 3 yet again, dude. Yet again. Well done. Alrighty, let's do a bit of a reshuffle for the teams. Alright, boys? Let's do a bit of a reshuffle. Let's do that. Try to see if we can mix the teams up a little bit. So Leo, you know how we did the shuffles before, right? Just like let's try to see if we can basically let's remake the groups, I guess. Right, we'll make the groups fresh in LG. Take like 2 people that you played with, and then 2 bodies you haven't played with. Yeah, just to shuffle stuff around. So we are gonna reshuffle the teams, basically. Okay, so I'm gonna do that for myself as well. Here we go. So Johnny got a group, I got a group. You guys are more than welcome to join either one. And we'll try to pick up 2 bodies we played with in that group and 2 bodies that haven't. So Rest in Hell, okay, so Nesbershka did not play in this team. Rick did not play on this team. Rest in Hell did, so if he joins back in, I can get him in. Young did play. Rest in Hell. And actually for this team, I gotta get one that has not played. I think I can keep Bayek on this team. Dan might have to go to the other team. But I got Nosmirshka, I got Rick. Yeah, I'll keep Bayek for now. Yeah. But Dan, you might have to go to the other team. So this is a nice shuffle. We got Nosmirshka, we got Rick, we kept Young, we kept Res, and we kept Bayek. So somebody gotta be lead and Rest in Hell is still lead. Upala, what on this team? Bayek. We only got 1. Upala, XD. Oh, for the other team? What else can we do, right? We can't do much about it. 3 Paladin is 3 Paladin, boys. Fan Pala? Okay, so that team is set. Rest and House team is set. We got Johnny. Johnny, it looks like you may have to pick up Dan. You may have to pick up Dan, man, through rest with their team. Then I think we have to, man. I think we have to. I didn't think about it, but I think we have to. I think it'll be okay. Look, I mean, Rick doesn't really look like he struggles that much with Paladins, right? I mean, also Leo doesn't really do that bad against Paladins either. I think Paladins got nerfed enough where we don't need to. For now, we won't worry too much about having too many Paladins on one team, right? If a couple of games go by and it's like really bad, then maybe we can switch one of the Paladins to the so we can have 2 Paladins per team. But yeah, we can swap around if we need it. Once you're ready, Leo, let me know, because Rest in Hell is all good already. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna go. It's very pink. Bit of red, bit of pink. It's like a steak, right? It's like a medium rare steak. There's real palettes, all good. Exactly. I mean, people basically did for like War Within, man. Have you seen how good palettes were season 1, season 2, and season 3 of PvP? Got it wild. Bro, swap. 4 Pala? Wait, you guys got 4? Wait, you guys got 4 Paladins? How'd you guys get 4 Paladins? Wait, really? Wait, that's crazy. Hold on, no, we need to swap them. Damn. How'd you guys get 4 Palas on that team? Okay, I'm letting Rest and Hell to invite me and then pass me lead. And what we'll do is we'll take Dandu into this team. Right? It's fine. Let the team of Pala can do it. What a Pala can do it. No. We'll switch. Okay, team. Okay, so this is how we're gonna do. I'm gonna list the group back up. Johnny, you do the same. Just have one of the paladins who wants to swap over here volunteer, right? And then whoever on this team does not want to fight paladins, yeah, you list your group up. So whoever on this team does not want to fight paladins can go with the team paladin. Run for your Bayek, let's go. Your Bayek will be the... Would have been a lone paladin on this team, but yeah. Can I leave? Yes, you can. Okay, Curdy. Oh, Curdy, I really want to get you in, man. I really want to get you in. We got to pick up a paladin from that other team, though. We do have to pick up a paladin on that other team. Okay, Rest and Hell is leaving the group. And Rest and Hell is going to join you, Johnny, okay? So hopefully you have your group listed. Rest and Hell, he'll be listed under Molten Core as well. Yeah. Once you're in, yeah, looks like you're in. Curdy, we'll get you in as soon as we got a spot, man, alrighty? We'll get you in as soon as we got a spot, man, okay? Promise you. Okay. This group is set then. We're going to make our Rick lead. Okay, reset them. Beautiful. Hopefully Rest and Hell got in. I hope he got in. Are they switching over somebody? No, I don't think they are. Johnny, let me know when you're good to go. Cool. Yeah, so Rest and Hell, who doesn't want to duel Palas, is on a team Paladin. He only has like 2 Paladins that he has to fight against, but like it's better than like a 4-team Pala, right? You're less likely to encounter a Paladin. Rick, is there, and John, Boy, 5, Grand 1. Here we are. Whole team disbands. That'd be hilarious. I don't know why I did the grand, but we're doing the grand apparently. I'm dumb. I'll do all the small arenas after. Yeah, I didn't realize we got Radimus in. Which is not like, which is not meant to be me calling out Radimus like, oh, look at Radimus over here. I'm just saying, I didn't realize we had that many paladins, and I didn't know Radimus was joined in. I'm fine with you guys having this many paladins. Hopefully that won't be an issue, but you know. But you know, man. Oops, what happened? You leave? Johnny said oops. Is that because of the paladin? It's okay, man. It's okay. We'll eventually we'll get those paladins. I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna happen. Although it doesn't look like there's a lot of people playing paladins at midnight, so maybe we'll just see less people playing paladins in general. Seems like every other class but paladin being played. Not like paladin's bad, but just saying. Resident versus Rick off the bat. They were Demonology Warlock versus the Demon Hunter. Try to go for a little bit of that hunt, but it's going to be reflected for Rick really early. Does it get to actually reflect the dot of the hunt? I think it might actually. It's going to be the hunt connecting with a bit of a backlead for SNL, trying to see if he can immune any kind of fears out of Rick. Did go for a meld as well at some point, so actually he's able to get some damage onto Rick. Some sustained damage as well, as Rick's Mog looks all over the place, dude. He literally got a Mog like, I'm playing TBs. Yeah, I'm playing Burning Crusades. How can you tell? You know what I mean? Like a straight up clown Mog, man. Clown Mog. Except the shoulders are from Kata, but still, it's like really colorful. TBC Mogs, not Mogs, but gear is going to be full burst out for Rest in Hell, picking up a bunch of souls out from Rick. Is going to be able to go flying up in the sky, but Rick does get himself line of sight. That main pet, is he actually getting blasted? Hold on, can your pet die? Can that main Felguard die? He got real low health. I think he might be able to take it out. I think he's actually focusing. He does go down. Rick is going to have to summon a new one. Is he aware that his main Felguard is dead? Next time he goes for Axos, he's going to know for sure. Wall this off. Let's summon a new one. Mortal Coil does not connect. Summoning a Felguard, but he doesn't have the fast summon. Oh, Resident does land that one. Well done, bud. There's gonna be a paladin. He was like, you know what? I wanted to not do paladins today, but here we are. Bike charging out, cleaving him down with a wake of ashes. Resinel rushing back in there, quick stun. I've been to follow. Needs a lot of recovery and health wise. I don't know if he can really do Spell Warden or Rest in Hell. I think it go for a full immune and maybe go first aid or something. That's about all you can do, really. There isn't much you can do right now. Stun, he can try to see. Nice dodge from the blind, by the way. Is going to get a bunch of soul fragments here to recover. That's all he can do is heal through soul fragments. That stun, but Bayek is going to be painful. With a Wake of Ashes, it is over. That is so rough, man. That ain't easy. Unfortunately, not easy. This is going to be Saya up next. Trying to give Bayek a bit of a breather. It's going to give him a nice little bow, too. Nice little breather. Bayek did use a Spell Warden, so he's going to be down 1 immunity. Versus Saya. Does go for immediate trinket out of the stun. Saya just slamming Templars back to back. Bayek with the Shield of Vengeance. Trying to use it early just to make sure his health is not losing it out too quickly. He's going to be Saya pre-blessing or sancting that stun. So that means that stun lasts for like, what, 2 seconds at most? It is huge. Hell, maybe less than 2 seconds. Like a 1.8 or something like that. It's really, really short. But for Saya, this is massive. Does end up dodging the stun essentially. Does not get a trinket. He can still keep going. That's going to be a full stun back into Bayek. He does not run Blessing a Saint. My question is, does Saya runs the blind ability, Searing Glare? It may not. Bayek taking hits after hits actually. Maybe looking like he needs something. Lay on Hands does get used. Saya with the Shield of Vengeance. He's got himself nice offensive pressure, offensive opportunity to make some damage happen. Next turn could be massive. Bayek is losing out health little by little. He is melting. Dawn Light trying to keep him afloat here. Eternal Flame helping him recover slowly, but not quickly. I mean, I guess that does make sense. Slowly, but not quickly. Now, what do you mean by that? Slowly? But not rapidly enough where he cannot, like, he has to use Bubble. He has to use Spell Warden. He has to use other abilities. It is not quick enough recovery. What's up, okay? How do my man? Hope we didn't get my guy. We done? Yes, we are, man. Yes, we are. Gotta be some damage out for Saya. This is going to be Bayek running in with a blind. Searing Glare right after, but Saya actually breaking out with a trinket. Does have a Searing Glare. Most likely has a stun ready to go afterwards. Shield Dividend's out for Bayek, so he's actually okay. Saya expecting that Hodge, but it's actually going to delay it. It is going to be a quick stunner. But Bayek could go for a stun of his own. Saya actually finally is kind of low on health. This could be an opportunity for Bayek to get Saya super low. There goes the bubble. Does Bayek have an answer? Is there a lay on hands available? No Hodge for Saya for at least a second here. Bayek just trying to keep himself alive. Eternal Flame spam back to back just to keep himself afloat. Shield Dividend's out for Saya. Bayek is going to have to make some kind of a play here. Otherwise, it's over for him. One more hammer for Saya. It doesn't have taken it. Spellward and a bomb still available with Arator charging out. Trying to land a blinder to Saya. Does not connect, unfortunately. With a stun to follow, Saya needs everything to live here. Does have regenerating. Made to use Spell Warden immediately with regenerating. Lay on hands instead. Lay on hands, so he's got to give himself as much time for the forbearance to run out so he can have the Spell Warden regenerate combo. But if Arator keeps pressing the offensive like he has been, he may not be able to get a chance. There goes the regenerating. The dot no longer breaks regenerating. So as long as he gets behind the pillar, you go for a heal. Pally power, we got a lot of pallies, man. We got a lot of pallies tonight. A lot of pallies. Team 2 is essentially Team Paladin for the most part. There's a Death to the Demon Hunter. But Team Pally, it's like a team double D Pally, dude. Pally with some double D's, dude. That's what the team they should be. Pally with the double D's. The Death Knight and the Demon Hunter. Arator, are you gonna go down? Bubble up. Bubble up. And Saya got himself an immunity. So Arator is still playing it super defensively. Saya no longer has an immunity though. Arator bubble just was spent. Saya has a trinket coming up very soon. Does have a blessing of Saint too. So next stun from Arator, not gonna stay on, unfortunately. Saya is trying to see if he can go for a bit of this like range damage. Arator is using that in order to hide behind the pillar, play some defense. Next stun by Arator could be huge. Blessing and Sync for Saya is early. So for Arator, next stun is actually going to be a full stun. He's at some point going to have to start looking at apparently potentially putting some offensive pressure onto Saya with the Chill Divinity. He's still forced to play defensive, waiting until a blind is gone, but wasn't able to get a blind. He still got Searing Glare on him. Lay on hands to help him recover. Stunner to Saya for Arator. This is the opportunity to potentially make something happen. Stun reversal back to Saya off with a trinket. Arator still got himself a Wake of Ashes. Shield Divinity out for Saya. I think for Arator is going to be light potentially, unless he can somehow barely survive this. No, Saya just keeps the offensive pressure. Just keep pushing the enemy team over and over with this Brushko rushing out. Saya has nothing here. Nothing. Lay on hands was used. Blessing of Spell Warden not available. Blessing of Protection not available either. So I think as long as this Brushko does not make a mistake, he's got it in the bag. Secret Technique is going to do a bunch of damage. Stun onto this Brushka. Saya just trying to see if it can waddle away. Hang it out by the eye in case this Brushka wants to escape and run behind the pillar. Does go for a step, trying to see if he can. Is he trying to get away from Saya, or is he trying to make some damage happen? It doesn't. It looks like he's kind of sort of waiting until the next stun combo. Saya does have a Blessing of Sync for the next skin shot, so as long as he times it correctly, should be good. There goes a cheap shot. Unfortunately, he doesn't have that Blessing of Sync, so there goes cheap shots, and it's over. This Brushka does take it. Leo, I don't think he's going to give this Brushka a breather here, is he? No, he is not. Hit him with the Death of the Caves. Maybe this Brushka lands like a meld sap. Gouge off of that kidney shot, trying to see if he can make something work. Evasion to follow. So now he no longer has an evasion, but still will have Cloaker Shot. No, he won't. No, he will. Yeah, he will. He will. I thought he did not have a trinket. I thought that was over, but he does go for immediate vanish off of that trinket. Cloaker Shot is still available in case he needs it. Leo picking up the eyes. It should be able to catch up to this Brushka. Leo does have a human racial. I feel like this Brushka could still win. He's got Cloak, he's got an evasion. He's got a disarm to stop a lot of Leo's damage. Cheap shot. Leo's still got a lot of damage pumping. This Brushka better Cloak or something. Is going to be back-to-back cheap shots. A blind to follow. He does have advantage to bow out. Warlock Hellson in order to help him recover a little. He's actually, for now, okay. That's going to be that pet sacrifice by Leo. I think Leo actually might lose to the Rogue. If this Brushka plays correctly, Rogues definitely, usually, almost always in duels at least, have a really easy time with Death Knights. There goes a cheap shot. Leo can't stop the damage as long as your stuns are airtight. And you get the burst, you have a vanish in case you need it. Cloak of Shadows, so Leo can't really do much. AMS is available. It's going to stop some of the Rogue's damage, but not a lot. Good portion of the Rogue's damage is physical. Some shadow, but a lot of it is physical. Brushka is looking for a bit of a reset behind the pillar. He's doing a-okay. Leo does end up recovering a lot of health with a Death Pact. Gouge Kidney, he doesn't have an out. He doesn't have an out. Is this over? Oh, it's scary. Does a cheap shot? Does a Secret Technique? Oh, it does a cheap shot. Oh, that's so perfect. Yeah, no, Brushka played it super well. As a rogue, you just gotta play around stun, lockdowns, and burst. And that's all he did. That's all he had to do. For a Death Knight, that is not an easy matchup. Radimus, though, like your mock, man. I like the Light Forge Commando set. It looks so good. Surprisingly easy to get. Like, getting all the raids on Mythic, surprisingly easy on Remake, man. Like, really, really easy. I also gotta check to see if I got all the rewards from Remakes. I'm pretty sure I got them all. But I need to double check. I know there's a website that helps you track those things really, really well. This Bershka is gonna have to be very careful against the Paladin at Radimus, especially if he's a Herald. As long as he can land those, he's got himself Trinket and a Blessing of Saint immediately. With his Searing Glare, as long as you get a Wake Up Ashes onto this Bershka, yeah, Herald of the Sun. What's up, Jake? How you doing, my guy? Full burst out from this Bershka. He does not have a cloak. He has a vanish with a sippy cup. Try to see if he can escape. Smoke bomb does give him some cover. Light of sight from the Paladin. Actually, just enough light of sight in order to catch himself a reset. Holy Radimus on the charge. You have a blind. 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 Remember, you have a blind. You have a blind. Or he's just gonna go. You're just gonna make it go here. Meld? No, Meld is not available. This Melch is still taking the downlight damage. Stun. It's over. It is over. It is over. Yeah, unfortunately, there's not much you can do from that point on. With Young, last one, like, you got Radimus, and you got Young Danduin. You gotta get to him. Got a new PC, different inputs on my screen, stuck with one screen for the night. Oh, damn. Wait, is it not able to set up a dual monitor thing? Damn. Okay. How you doing, my guy? You're having a good one. Wait, Young DC, I think. Okay, well, Radimus at least is giving him a chance. Trying to figure out what's going on. Young is back, I think. Young is back. That's awesome, though, man. What kind of specs are we working with? Do HMI's original, so I need to get a converter? Ah, okay. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, that's what I noticed when I initially started like upgrading my PC. Way back in the day. What is Dad doing, dude? He's just actually spinning in circles. Ha! Young, wait, Young just might be unplayable right now. Yo, Radimus, if you kill Young right here, I wouldn't be mad at you. I don't think we can do much about it. Yeah, he's just DCing. He's just DCing. Unfortunately. Saya, pick it up too. Doing a lot of damage for those two. This brush can pick it up too as well. I know that we had the Demon Hunter play. I don't know how many kills he's got there. Yeah. Hell yeah. Alrighty. Let me know when you guys' groups are ready. We'll send it again. So Rick as well as Johnny. You guys are the leads right now. Okay, you got the specs. Hold on a second. It's some 40 build. My friend found for 300 pounds. Some Black Friday one hardest here. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't pre-built? Was that like Facebook Marketplace or something? Ain't no way it's a pre-built, right? Hold on a second. Holy. 300 pounds is some work. Or is it just for like is it just the GPU? Yeah, dummy pre-built off some American site. Yo, what? What? Is it NX's EST or whatever, or CyberPower? Because I've gotten a PC from CyberPower before. Ain't no way for 300. Wait, actually, hold on. What are there? Do they have like it's either iBuyPower, CyberPower, something like that, right? We take the Paladins out now. Art is out for now. Oh, is he? Take one of the Paladins. Okay. So then Rick may need to hit me up real quick. Wait. Let me see. Let me see if you actually can find like PC pre-builds on Black Friday. Can I see anything that's even remotely 300? Wait, 200 pounds? Isn't that pretty much $100 though? Like the euro and the dollar are pretty close, aren't they? Okay, I'm seeing like $5.99. I'm not seeing anything for like less than that. Oh, $4.29. Ryzen 7. Doesn't say what GPU it's got. CyberPower. iBuyPower? Hold on, let me see iBuyPower. Because I don't think I got anything from iBuyPower ever. Pretty sure I didn't. Black Friday deals. Okay, let me see the Black Friday deals if they have anything crazy. Maybe it's something that's a European type of deal, because I'm definitely not seeing anything for hundo. Unless you did like some custom PC type of thing, and then that's crazy. Yeah, I guess I would usually see the link or something. Did I find like a desktop pre-build? Ryzen 7, 16 gigabytes of DR4. But it doesn't say anything about GPU. I guess that is what? No GPU included? Let me see. Oh wow, yeah, it is actually 200. That's crazy. Wait. Yeah, that's crazy price. What? What is this price? That's crazy, bro. Wait, that's crazy. Comp value 1.6k, sold for 341. That is crazy, dude. See my page. So, yeah. No, that is a crazy price, man. That is crazy. Yeah, I can't find anything like just Googling shit. That's crazy, wild, crazy price. What in the hell? Okay. That's insanity. Actual insanity. Yeah, I'm looking it up locally. I don't see anything like showing up even remotely that low. That's like low price but decent quality. Yeah, for that much, it's pretty insane. All right, boys. What do y'all need? What do y'all need? What are we doing here? What are you wanting me for? What? Are we trying to move the paladins? Okay. We can take one of the paladins now. Arda's out for now. Then we'll go to the other team. Okay. Sounds good. Rick. Let me see. Get Rick. Wait. Did you guys replace one of the palas? Or whoever bounced from your group? Double check with Team Rick, seeing what they're doing. See Chapman? Yeah, my bad. I'm trying to bring a bunch of chats, man. While I'm streaming, chat, I will say, I will add this. I do get a lot of DMs in between the streaming and stuff. On a regular. I get a lot of DMs in the day. And I try to get through them as best as I can. One paladin now. Okay, so Rick has a full 5-man and they only have one paladin. We may just have to send it of like Team Leo versus Team Rick, because they're ready. They can't take more paladins, unfortunately, boys. Unless you want to do another switch or room. We may need to do one pala swap. So relist. Johnny will relist as well. And one person will need to go to other team. Well, your team, their palas. So one pala for one non-pala swap. Yeah, we'll just have to do it like that. Yeah. So Rick and let's do this. Rick and Johnny, list your teams up in LFG under Molten Core. Or if Rick, if you need my help, I'm gonna let him know actually. If you need my help, yeah. Wait, Johnny knows how to do it, man. You don't need to invite me. Johnny knows how to do it. It's okay. Yeah, Saya is with Team Leo. You guys don't need me to do that right now. You guys should be able to do it on your own, right? Pretty sure. Your list, Johnny's FK, doing some things. Johnny, if he's lead, then is Johnny lead or are you lead, Saya? Are you lead or Johnny lead? Because if Johnny's lead, then I can join, but I won't be able to control the group. Oh, you're lead. Okay, let's do that then. You invite me. Okay, Oh wait, I'm in the group already? Okay. I didn't realize I accepted it. I thought I declined. Okay, that worked. So we tried to invite Curdy. I invited Toy. I invited you, I think I should say. Okay. So I'm gonna make you. How many other guy? No, get the other guy. Good. Okay, we're good. We're good. Should I make Leo lead again, or should I just make Saya lead? I'll make Saya lead for now. When Johnny comes back, make him lead. Okay. Look at this. Wait, I was gonna look at that Mind's Mog, but I can't now. Okay, we ready then. I think we're ready. Oh wait, Rick needs one. Rick needs one. Yes. Yeah, so Rick, you guys should have. I had one pallet. You guys should have two. Dandewin should be signing up for that group. Okay, Dandewin is in. Yeah, you have to accept Bayek. Yeah, no, you accept Bayek. That's fine. Okay, we got the confusion out of the way. Now they have 3 reds. We have 1. No. You guys should have 2 reds each. There should be 2 reds each. No. It was a little bit of confusion, but I think we figured it out. I think now each team has 2 reds, and you guys are just good. You sniped that shit like it launched last, like it was launched that in WoW. Bro, it was a good snipe. What the hell? That is crazy. It must have been like a local, like, in your region type of thing then, right? I mean, if they sent it. But yeah, that's sick though, man. That is sick. That's a crazy deal. Leo's lead. Okay. Now we can send it. We did the grand, which I didn't mean to. We'll do a hook point to get a small arena going for you boys. Alrighty. Now we're good. Sorry about that, man. That was a lot of confusion, and I know I didn't make that any easier, but yeah. That is a really good pickup, Jake, by the way. That is insane, really good pickup. Even the 4070 is actually probably one of the better cards, too. Even though it's not the craziest, like, there's actually been a lot of people comparing the 50 cards, and those are, like, not looking... Like, they're good, but, like, not for the price point. So, like, a 4070, I'm pretty sure is one of the better ones. That's a crazy snipe. Okay, I'm trying to save the audio. Here we go. Had to find it. Alright, go Twitch. Got ourselves Bayek over the team 1, ready to go. I still like the mount that he is riding, man. That looks great. Dandruin on this team now. We did a bit of a switch over with the team, so now we got Nasmerska over in team 1 versus Saya as the first one up. Normally, Paladins, I think, do win against Rogues, but Nasmerska's been playing against these Paladins quite a decent bit. Gotta be that shield of evidence with a wall, immediate damage towards Nasmerska, who just happened to take the damage to the face, got himself a blind, slipping up around the corner, but the downlight is not gonna let him have an easy recovery whatsoever. Try to see if he can catch a re-stealth. Not a meld. Stepping around from Saya with a quick disarm. Saya with a hand of freedom just so he can give him some movement, but Nasmerska got himself the sprint to keep himself running. Unfortunately, if Saya gets himself hit with a slow, no. He does go for a consecration slow into the Nasmerska, but he was a pre-spell Blessing a Saint in case Nasmerska was going to get a stun on the guy. That could have been really bad for Nasmerska. He needs to make sure the stuns are airtight. Even better when he does the whole gouge stun combo. That is really good because you can Shadow Blaze gouge, or not even then. Got him some big damage, potentially get himself a good setup. Bob out of Saya for Nasmerska. He's gonna have to get a lot of those cooldowns out from Saya. Does go for the vanish, smoke bomb, and just kind of holds position for a second. Somebody got him out in the open for a moment. But he's back in stealth. He's back in stealth, and he's still got shadow blades and everything. So he's actually a-okay for now. He's actually a-okay. I don't even know what that shadowy effect is around you. Is that flagellation? Might have been flagellation, actually. But he still got blades. Still got blades. And that is a bop out from Saya. So Saya still got himself a trinket. A random wings proc? Is that just from pressing Eternal Flame? Is that what that was? Man, that health looks so good, dude. It looks so menacing. I don't remember if I picked that one up from Trading Post or not. That is going to be Saya picking up the eye. 5% more damage taken. It is going to get a special good opportunity to make some damage here. And that damage is paying dividends. Blind out for Saya. As he goes in for a Searing Glare. Shield of Vengeance. The does go for a Cloak of Shadows. Not going to take a lot of holy damage from Saya. Is going to be able to avoid a good portion of it. Just someone to Saya. He just doesn't really have a lot of consistent damage to just keep training Saya. He decides to go for that Rupture and then back up out of there. Wait until he has himself another big go to maybe set up with a Shadow Dance. But that's about as much as he can do right now. He's got blades, he's got blind back up and available. Stunned by Saya. Unfortunately, you can't escape it. So for Saya, if you got him some Wake of Ashes, that's going to be an opportunity to make some damage happen. Kidney onto Saya. Shadow Blades available. Saya better be very, very careful. Does eat a full cheap shot right after. Does Mushket no help whatsoever. Lay on hands, and I feel like the rogue does go down. Saya just had to fight him headstrong and just keep himself alive the entire time. Just let the heals happen. Bayek is going to be up next, though, giving Saya a bit of a breather. And let him recover some cooldowns. Honestly, I should be rushing him because all he's got is a bubble. Lay on hands, not going to be available for a while. Saya does also have the regenerating and is going to be able to get a stun onto Bayek. Bayek trying to see if he can stay aggressive here. Is going to get a full Searing Glare off of that stun. Try to put some pressure on the Saya early on. As we finally roll into that 3-minute mark. Dampening finally climbing little by little. And Saya got Shield of Vengeance, just keep himself nice and healthy. Bayek did end up burning a trinket, by the way. So that is going to be a disadvantage for him to some degree. The Saya no longer has to worry about that. Going to be blind to Saya. Bayek trying to see if he can back up out of there for a second. Got himself a couple of hammer throws. But does he have himself a big setup, though? That is the question. Does he have himself like the big setup? Versus Saya. Hodge to follow by taking a bit of damage here from the Searing Glare. Gotta be an opportunity for Saya to make a play, but a full immunity for Bayek should be able just to reverse it on Saya, unless he can catch up to Saya right here, right now, to try to see if he can pressure bubble out of Saya. Bayek Spell Warden is going to be a trinket up for Saya. Counters Bayek before he has himself a proper go here, unfortunately. But maybe he can finally catch up. His way, every time he mounts up on a horde, by the way, he zooms so far. So fast. It's almost like it's like the game overshoots him. I don't think it's like that on his screen. I think it's just like that for literally everybody else's screen. Searing Glare does hit him with a stun for Saya. That's an opportunity. Bayek doesn't burn a bubble here because he's getting really, really low. Shield of Vengeance keeping him alive. Saya trying to see if he can prevent the Hodge ahead of time. Shield of Vengeance. Bayek also with a Shield of Vengeance of his own. Bayek does go for the Hodge, but doesn't really go in for any more feature damage. He knows that Shield of Vengeance is going to be kind of painful. Try to see if maybe Saya can be put in a situation where he just doesn't have that much pressure. Saya's health getting super low. Does go for the bubble. That's going to be a Bayek most likely with the bubble. Laying hands instead. Actually, for Saya, this could be really bad. Unless Saya backs up out of there and goes for full regenerate. And Bayek does not. Actually, still has a bubble. He does have an out. He does have an easy out. Saya needs to go for regenerate when he gets a chance. Try to see if he can make it happen. I think Bayek should be charging in, but he's going to go for first aid. So for Saya, now it's a question, does any of his big buttons, Lay on Hands or Spell Warden? Spell Warden is going back in a minute. It's going back so soon. Red's a sleeper. When Reds are playing super defensively, they are going to play super slow fire. I feel like there's not much you can do about it. I do think Reds are going to change the way they play in Midnight a little. I've been seeing people dueling outside of Stormwind, and the fact that we've got Rogues and Warriors healing as much as Reds are, it's wild. Fury Warriors are stomping on Reds from what I saw. There's at least one Fury that was running around and just healing more than a Ret was. It's crazy. Yeah, no, it doesn't really get rid of them, but I think it does put more classes on a more equal footing with the Red Paladin. Immunities is something that Reds will have to use, but there's other classes that have abilities to heal. But it looks like Saya does go down. Bayek does end up holding onto the bubble. Saya just needed 10 more seconds for that Spell Warden. Currently charging out as a Shadow Priest, immediately running by. Full fear. What is your Mog? What is that little hoodie you got going on? Wait, no hoodie! Honestly, I thought he has a hoodie, but it's just his hair. It's just his hair. Trying to go for a massive spell, does not connect. It's going to be a quick kick. Curtis sees a little bit more health. He is going to take a little bit of blinding damage. A bit of a disrepair is going to have to go for. Unfortunately, the Shadow Crash is not going to connect. Stun into Curdy. Does have a trinket. May need to use it. Into Aegis. Just letting Aegis help him. Just letting Aegis keep him healed with a dispersion right after to save a fear. Fear, maybe VE to follow. Dark Ascension, all the damage is available. He's just gonna go for a full Void Torrent with full big damage. Silence on a bike. May need some more healing. Bike super low on health. Gurney is actually at no health whatsoever. That's gonna drop through a shadow. Oh, it does go down with Bike taking it. I didn't realize Bike would take him out like that. Searing Glare's gotta go. I've heard a lot of people say that. You're not the only one. I heard everybody in the mother say Searing Glare's gotta go. Maybe, man. Or maybe he needs to have like a longer cast time or something. Right? I don't know. I've heard a lot of people say that Searing Glare's gotta go. A lot of people. So I'd be interested to see if Blizzard would potentially reconsider that button. It is definitely a very unique button for Paladin. Very unique button. No other class has like something like that. I think maybe we should have Survival Hunters with like a net that you could throw that also made it so enemies are more likely to miss their abilities. Bring back Parlay. Bro, you don't want Parlay. Parlay was weird. It was a ranged sap, but it worked like a sap. Enemy could not be in combat. It was super weird, man. Super weird. A ranged sap. Hey, maybe if they turn it into like a sap that could be used while enemies in combat, I'd be cool with that. Big damage on to Radimus, who's got himself a lay on hands. Bayek does not have a bubble for this one. Does Bayek just go down? He's got Dawnlight trying to keep him alive, but he's just unable to. I like all the paladins are right out here. Parlay and Bribe or Peak Flavor. I do agree with Bribe. When Outlaw Rogues had a mind control ability, I do agree with that. 5-minute duration, 30-minute cooldown. You wouldn't be able to use it that often, but when you could, it was great. Bribed enemies with some fake fool's gold. And then they were like enjoying the gold until they realized it was fake, and then they turned on you. It was awesome, dude. It was peak. I do love that. You know what was cool about it? There was this one mob specifically in Archway that would drop this dome that gave everybody in the dome 50% more haste, and you could keep that mob and keep dropping it for like some of the boss and trash packs. So you basically had this giga version of Bloodlust like every minute or something. That mob was insane. You could use that orb so much. Or maybe not even a minute, maybe 30 seconds. I don't even know, but you could use it often. It was amazing. So you would just bribe one mob, keep it alive, use it for bosses, use it for trash, use it on another boss, and then you might have to kill it with like a spider pack. And it was excellent. It made the dungeon go by pretty quick. At least that specific part specifically. Blood for Radimus. There's going to be a big port for Rick. Try to see if he can keep himself alive here. Got Gateway, but I don't know if he's used the Gateway. Radimus has no health. I think you're just going to let Radimus bleed out, right? Let the firing squad of imps over there just do work. Yeah, those pets are going to take. It does end up swinging around just to get himself a quick blast with the Demon Bolt. Rest in Hell charging out at Rick. Rick with a quick AoE fear is just going to have to spam some more of those fears. He doesn't have like any health. This Paladin Duels did take the dampening giga high to 50%. Ain't nobody healing tonight. I think we had a broke of a mind controller is cool and dead and mop and SL. Yeah, it's been a second, man, hasn't it? Definitely been a second. Stun onto Rick. Does have a wall for this one. Has himself AoE fear. It's going to be stun onto Rest in Hell. Maybe AoE fear to follow. Does get an AoE fear to follow. But he's not in a great spot. He's trying to pick up a little bit of health. Metamorphosis immuning that fear as he does the leap. With a full reflect out for Rick. It is going to be so ripped out of Rest in Hell's body. So a lot of his damage and healing is reduced by a decent bit. Until he can reconnect back with that soul. It looks like a soul does return. Stun onto Rick. Does he have anything to recover here? Rest in Hell with another blade. Dance charging in. Oh my god. That was so good. Rushed out, rushed back in. Dandruin is just running circles around the guy in the most literal way possible. Rest in Hell, he's waiting. He's waiting until he gets himself a proper go here. Where's the Dan? Try to see if he can spell steal, like, or at least remove a couple of soul fragments to maybe land a heal him. Then a couple of heals. Dandruin is not really rushing at him. Not really rushing at him. Is he letting him heal? Not really. Not really. I don't think Dan is realizing that Rest in Hell is picking up a couple of fragments to land a healer too. Does go for a backflip stun onto Dan with the darkness to follow in case Dan goes for a Hodge. Blind instead. Rest in Hell blind breaks. Imprison onto Dan with a hunt to reconnect. Big burst damage to follow Dan with the lay on hands. Rest in Hell taking a bit of that Dawnlight damage, but he's got himself more Sigil of Spite. in order to get more soul fragments. 59% dampening, barely getting any healing out of it. Whatever soul fragments you can get out of Dan, that's going to be helpful, but definitely should be looking at a hit and run playstyle. Got himself an immunity with first aid. He knows he's got to heal. Barely getting any healing, but it is at least helpful. Any healing you get is at least somewhat helpful. Stun onto Dan, backflips out to try to see if he can dodge a Hodge, flying up in the air. Danwin is down below. He's trying to see if he can find some cover. Oh my, if you poke around the corner to try to hammer him, that's a lance in your face. Nope, it's not. It's not. Resident Hell needs to live. He's trying to run. Trying to bail out. No dots on him yet. No, no, mind. Probably dots is still on him. Some kind of dot was still on him. With Leo going to be last one left. Leonard. You gotta do this, man. You gotta do this. Demon Soul bug for Demon Hunter for some reason. Perma 20% increased damage. They fixed it a month ago. And now it's again. Is it actually 20% more damage? No shot. No way. Is it actually bugged? Oh no. Leo does end up taking out the Paladino. Who's young gonna be up next. Immediate hit with a silence. Immediate trinket. Immediate block. It is a lot of pressure. Immediately Leo's taking all that Rider Deathnet momentum, transferring from a Paladin onto the mage without him even getting a chance to take a breather. And Young is gonna have to play it super safe here, man. Blind Leo, I mean, he could take you out. You're not gonna heal with the altar. You're not really gonna heal with the altar. He does spell steal something. He spells steal a shield. Spells steal a shield. Young trying to get some damage in and grip back out with a breath to follow. Unfortunately, Young does get to back away from Leo for a second. Another grip is back into a poly. Do you have a stun lock? Do you have anything for Leo? Nope. Just gonna go behind the pillar and let the shatters do work. Leo does survive it, but there's a lot of damage taken. It's bugged even if you're not killing demon stuff, even though the demon is alive. That's crazy. I didn't realize that. I didn't know that was going on. Hey, if that is actually 20% more damage whenever you pick up a soul, that's crazy. Get a purge over 25 seconds. That's wild. Is there like something you gotta do? Maybe it's like based on the last soul you absorb, so you gotta kill a demon, absorb a soul, and then you do that. Maybe. Bike does pick up 2, and Leo pick it up 2 as well. Well done, boys. Let's get another one going. I didn't realize that. Rest in hell. You should have told me, man. I didn't know. I mean, I can't fix that, chat. So if he's gonna be running around 20% more damn, what can I do? That is crazy though. There's got to be like a way to like activate it, right? Probably is, I think. Maybe it's like you gotta use the soul suck off of a demon, pick that up, and then every time you use it, it just gives you a demonic soul or something. It's got to be something in Blizzard's coding then. Maybe like a PvP talent interaction. It's a very old bug. Something I guess that just keeps returning. I feel like maybe they should let you do the soul suck ability as like a talent, right? Suck off a demon, huh? Basically, suck off a demon, yeah. To o čem jiní получают никакого buffa od urona? Oh no? Никакого buffa? No buffs? If карта, если карта это Resident Hell, тогда говорит, что ни buff не получает. Я не знаю. Is there a buff? Is there no buff? Rick said there was a buff apparently, like when you fracture demonic fragment. Fixity Perg? Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, so Bayek is deceased, but he's coming back. He's coming back. So Rick and Johnny, let me know when you guys are ready. Okay. Good to see. Oh, good. No worries. We'll wait. Ready? I think Rick is with Bayek, right? I'm way back in. Okay. We'll wait for you. I think you're with Rick, right? Or you're with Johnny. I'm actually not sure. I think you are with Rick. Johnny, let me know when you're good, because Rick is good. Я больше не получаю баф на 20% урона. Используя Purge от твоего демония. Я видел это баф на тебе всю игру против меня. Is it based on like the demon? Maybe it's a fragment of a demonic soul, right? Okay, Oh, okay. This is what he's saying. If he purges your demon, that's a demonic soul fragment. But if he purges a humanoid, that's a humanoid soul fragment. So he is doing it to demons to get a 20% damage buff. Got it. That's what it is. That's what it is. Is that gonna make it? I think he's probably gonna make it actually. Oh yeah, no, he's making it. That's crazy. Dude just ran out. Wait. You got versatility. What the hell? Oh, ascendance. Actually makes sense. Weird. Yeah, so it looks like it's based off of demon, so I don't think it's a bug. I mean, maybe it's a bug. But that one doesn't sound like a bug. That one kind of makes sense though, doesn't it? Alright, boys. We'll give you a small arena. Let's do a Lordaeron. Let's do a Lordaeron. We also got a Rook that we could do. We got a bunch of arenas we could work with. Oh, I can't use it, unfortunately. Man's looking like a goblin or something. Oh, is that a goblin? Oh, it is a goblin. I bet you could use a toy. Wouldn't let me. No, Dalaran didn't get it. It was in the past, but it's now fixed. No matter what I get, a purge. Oh, okay. There's a bug from a time ago, but made streams like to fix it. We're complaining about how high arenas that all the ages use it. Got it. So maybe it's like a visual bug. Maybe it looks like he's got a soul, but he doesn't. Maybe it's like a visual. Okay. To me, it kind of made sense though to like purge a demonic soul and get like a 20% damage buff because it's a demon. But I guess it would be strong, right? 20% damage buff is kind of high. Lordaeron didn't work. I'm gonna try Rook instead. Don't know if anything happened there. We still need one more LFG. Okay. Never mind. We need one, boys. Group is up. We do need uno más. If y'all guys want to join in, Rick does have a group in the LFG. It's gonna be listed under Molten Core. Nesmirska is done for the evening, but if you guys want to join, you're more than welcome to. See, I didn't know that actually. I didn't know that. I did not know about the Demon Hunter and Purging Demons thing. Never mind. They're all good. They're all set. We'll go Rook. We'll do Rook instead. I like Rook better. Lordaeron is a good map, but I like Rook a lot more. A lot more. I also like the loading screen for Rook. It's so good. You got the night up, you get the work from a distance, the big Raven statue. It looks so good, man. I'm a big fan. Alrighty. Switch. Ooh, Max joins in. Yo, how you doing, guy? I like how many boomkins we've been getting in duels, man. It's been awesome. We got Cassidy with Young. We got us as Rick in here as well. And 2 Paladinos, because we got to put them somewhere, right? We got Dan and Bayek, the Dark Iron Paladins on this team. With Saya being one of the 2 Paladins on team 2, as well as Radimus on this team as well. With Rest in Hell sporting the Agi classes here. Leo's more play classes and Curdy. I really do like your mog. The masks are super unusual. Do we lose those masks? Are those permanent? Those skull masks, are they permanent? Like, do we keep it forever or is it only for the holiday, man? I see you. Hope you're doing great. What's up, Beck? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're doing good, man. This guy looks like an Affliction War, like, does he not? With a big Reaper sight above his head. Looks so good. Rest in Hell gonna be first up versus Bayek. Definitely not an easy matchup for Rest in Hell. He has beaten Bayek before, but it's definitely extremely rough. Does go for a backflip as a blind comes out and burns it onto Bayek, trying to see if he can maximize the damage while he's got his demon form available. And Bayek just letting the Dawnlight do damage. Is going to be a fly up for Rest in Hell. If Bayek pokes out, he's going to eat lances, but for Rest in Hell, that does give him a second to like break away from the Dawnlight, at the very least. Not an easy matchup, not an easy setup, but Demonic Soul has less chance to proc. Oh, is it actually? You can purge 3 types of souls: normal soul, demonic soul, normal heal. Basic talent to work with this. Yeah, that'd be kind of a cool talent actually. Yeah, there's like a chance to proc a soul. I wouldn't hate it. Honestly, wouldn't hate it. Bit of chaotic buff thing, but that'd be sick, man. Yeah, that'd be sick. got himself a bit of damage. Shield of Vengeance available. Rest of Hell backing up out of that. I don't know if he was able to dodge or hodge. It's going to be an immunity for out of bag though. Immunity for magic damage. Unfortunately, Rest of Hell cannot really counter it unless he goes for immunity of his own. He is going to go for that immunity of his own. Try to see if he can dodge CC because he can still get CC'd while he's got another walk available. Stun comes out. No trinket available. Bayek got himself a lot of damage. Rest in Hell may just have to go for full metamorphosis, as much healing as possible. Eye beam charges in, backflipping out with another blade dance. Oh my god, he picked up a lot of damage out of left field. Just a glaive at the end. Holy, that was some damage. Is it a Rick next? Yo, let this man heal up. Yo, let him heal up, dude. I'm chilling too much? Nah, dude, that was some big damage though. Is he gonna let him heal? Is he gonna let him just suck off the demon for some health? Is he gonna let him? Charging in, picking up a fragment. It's gonna be Mortal Coil immediately for Rick. Dropping down a quick fear onto Rest in Hell. Rest does have a metamorphosis, so maybe he can make that meta work. He's gonna try to see if he could port out Rest in Hell out of the way. Try to see if he can flip back in there. Is gonna be poured back out. Rest in Hell, no help whatsoever. He needs as much healing as possible. There goes the full meta. Whatever healing you can get from any cleaves, that's going to be huge. Does get him some big blade dance. An interrupt does not connect, unfortunately. Axe dodge to follow. Rest in Hell is at a rough spot, flying up in the air. At least avoided the demon's melee damage, but he's still getting casted on from below. That is so tough. There's no way to win that, I think. Unless he was given an opportunity to like get a full re-heal, there's no way to really come back, I think. With Saya gonna be up next. So Rick having to fight versus one of the toughest paladins out here. Got him some Dreadstalker's Handle down available. Hopefully Rick did not use too many abilities having to fight Rick or Rest in Hell. I promise you I know all you guys' names. I promise you I don't get it wrong on purpose or anything. I promise you I did not forget. Saya is actually taking quite a decent bit of damage though. Rick is not looking for a port just yet, waiting until last moment. Saya mounting up, trying to see if he can rush at Rick. He's taking a lot of damage from these pets. Actually going to turn around and start attacking him for a second just to get more holy power. And Rick is himself another Tyrant, full port out, does go for a gateway. And he's going to go for Warlock Helsing just to recover here. That's a reflect. I don't know if he was able to reflect or pre-set up a reflect versus Saya. He's going to axe toss him just to make sure to put Saya far away. He's going to create some space, create some distance, toss Saya as far out as he can. Going to be a bit of a blessing of Saint, knocking Saya back, trying to go for a fear. That is going to be a juke on a kick from Saya. So it leaves Rick with the opportunity to actually get all his kicks out. Mortal Coil, Saya is going to eat a lot of hand to go down. So that's going to be quite a lot of procs on him. Might be in a bit of trouble, maybe looking for a bubble here. There goes the bubble. Rick just needs to live. He's got a port. He's got a wall. He's got to reflect in case he needs to. He's got a... Oh, that stun is going to connect. Dark pack with a wall. Searing glare. Oh, but Axos on the side is going to get locked out on Holy. It's going to be Fear to fall. It cannot stop this damage. Has a Wake of Ashes in case he needs to. Yet another Fear out for Rick. I don't know if he's got a Mortal Coil. If he has Mortal Coil, this would be huge. He's trying to see if he can break through his shield of Saya. Saya with the Shield of Edits. Try to see if he can get a big setup versus Rick. Rick should have Warlock House very, very soon. Reflect really early, but I don't think it's enough. Yeah, Saya just continues trucking the damage. Unfortunately, Rick has a Warlock House barely coming up, dude. Barely coming up. And that's going to be full regen out of Saya. With Max going to be up next. Got him so prowl, got him so stealth. Saya without a bubble, doesn't spell warden, so he's still in a good spot. Max landing that stun onto Saya, got himself at least some dots rocking in the opener. I cannot wait until Boomkins finally no longer have to run up and just get all the dots before they can start doing damage. When the master is no longer reliant off of dots, but dots themselves actually do work. That's going to be so good for them, man. You'll be able just to go away and immediately stun burst. You don't need to get a setup. Want to get some dots as you go behind a pillar? Fine, you can, but that's just for damage, not for a mandatory buff maintenance or whatever. Saya is still taking lots of damage for those pets, man. A bit of physical, a bit of magical. But Max is having to go for as much stuff as possible. 23% dampening, already started to kind of feel it. Star Surge actually does it a puncture into Saya. He has Spell Warden. He needs to be very, very careful with the next go. But Max just hanging around, just waiting to go for Star Surge is back-to-back on the Saya. Unless, unfortunately, he doesn't have Barskin here. Heart of the Wild is available. He's going to probably have to go Bear form. Heal. No Heart of the Wild yet. That's weird. I was thinking he's going to go Heart of the Wild really early. But maybe saving it for a little bit later. Saya's getting Max super low. Max might be in trouble, man. Might be in trouble. Warlock House is available. Heart of the Wild is available. Is it going to be enough, though? Got himself with Friends and Regen. Disarm also available. Bash to the Saya. Saya's a trinket. Interrupt on one clone. I think it is over. Saya does keep it going. With Young charging out, Saya has a Spell Warden. Just needs to pre-use it before Young gets any kind of setup. Is Young going to get him an auto duel? Gonna give this Paladin an auto duel? Actually, he is. Actually, he is. Sword him. At least give him a chance to get some cooldowns back. If you go for a stun. If you go for a stun. Oh, no, he's not going to go for a stun. Unfortunately, Frozen Orb did break Saya. It is going to give him that immunity. Young cannot really counter this right now. So for Saya, this is free damage. He's got himself Dawn Lights rocking. He's got himself a bit of that health recovery happening at the same time. He got Shield of Edits. Bubble coming up in 50 seconds, so he's okay. Maybe Lay on Hands available soon, too. Maybe he's available right now. Who knows, honestly. It's hard to track. Fortunately, the game does not track its stun. Knows Mage is going to go for a blink, but does get close to Saya. I think it was just a random proc for Saya with the wings, too. It wasn't even Wake of Ashes or anything. For Young, he does get some cooldown reduction. Trying to go for a proper stun onto Saya. Is going to land the stun. No bubble available. Does Saya die here? He's still alive! I'm actually surprised he's alive. I guess Young just did not have enough crits, man. Did not get enough shatter bonuses he needed. Crazy. So Harvester pretty weak for 1-1 in no burst damage. Yeah, so Harvester used to be really good. It's good for like resources, but I think there's an obvious advantage with Diablos. It looks like it's very strong. Very, very strong. I don't know if defensively any one of them is better than the other, but those extra demons you're going to summon are very potent. Very potent. But yeah. Harvester used to be pretty good too, just so like you could always have a button to press. Bubble up for Saya. I think it's gonna be a crushing defeat for Young. Yeah, just taking it. Saya, I'm pretty sure he's gone an entire like full run 1v5 pretty much, almost 1v4. If not fully 1v4. They did have Rest in Hell on that team, so maybe 3 is gonna be a blessing. Is saying so Danduin cannot go for a stun. The line does connect. Saya no longer has a big immunity. He has a regenerating. He has a Xander ratio, so he can get away from Dan. He might go for regenerating. Gameplay getting kind of high, but he can still make something happen off of it. Searing Glare for Saya is going to try to make some damage to Dan. Dan has a bubble. Doug goes for Lay in Hands. I don't know if Saya's got a Lay in Hands or not. He's going to have to get away from Dan and go for regenerating at some point. He's going to have to. He's going to have to. Anytime Dan takes a big backstep, he's just going to have to go for a heal. Yeah, Dustin Harvester nowadays will find it better for arenas. Oh yeah, he definitely can be really, really good. But we want to get some burst damage? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I don't know if Harvester has, like I said, does it have any defensive value? I don't know if, I don't know what defensive value any of the Warlock hero specs have. If any. Gonna play Diablos next? Yeah, go for it. Stunner to Saya, does go for Lay on Hands, so the trick available. Dan may be looking for a bubble. Bubble not available for Saya. Just gonna have to live. Just gonna have to stay away from Dan. Dan, this is your opportunity. This is your chance. Next stun, next Wake of Ashes could be the end of Saya. You gotta play it careful. Just gotta play it a little careful. Gotta play it a little careful. Dark racial for dot removal, but looks excited. Just kept that damage going. Back to back to back to back. Well done, well done. Let's get us another one going, boys, yeah? Uno más. Probably last one for the night, because it is getting to the point where we did stream for like 2 hours. We did start an hour early, so I think it's only fair we get to end an hour later. Because I'm hungry, mostly because I'm just starving, dude. I got some work I still gotta do, but I'm starving. Any spots? Rick and Johnny, let me know if you guys are good or if you need spots. This Broshka said he'd be down to join in. Where you going, huh? Where you going, huh? Wait, how do you have 6 million health? Wait, why is your health so low? Is it me? This guy's like no health. Is that because he's got no gear? Oh, actually, yeah, it's because he has like 606 item level. Oh, that would probably do it. Yeah, that would probably do it, actually. That's that ring with 400 item level. Yeah. I'd give him a spot if needed who wants in. And especially did say he'd want in. Hell left. Oh, rest and hell left. Okay, so we do need one or for Team Leo. I want in, and especially we got a spot over there in the Molten Core. Under the same listings we usually do. Come Leo, we have a spot. Yeah, we have a spot. Ready? Beautiful. I'm gonna send you guys into Inter Crash button back now. Good. You guys, somebody said Lordaeron earlier, so we're gonna do Lordaeron. The ruins of Lord Ayaron. Lordaeron. Every time I see Lordaeron, I just say ruins of Lord Ayaron. I don't know why I do it. Actually, I know why. When you live in Russia and you're learning English for the first time, sometimes you just sound out the words correctly just to know how to spell it. So you would sound out the actual letters themselves. Lord Iron. So now I know how to spell it. Lordaeron. But the AEs, as a Russian, it was super hard to like figure out when you do it or not. But with Lordaeron, you just have to remember. You just put to memory Lord Iron. So then that's how I would spell it. That's when I was still learning English as a Russian boy. That is like Lordaeron. I just need to remember the AE. Enter South Park cousin Kyle and back. Yeah, that guy. Dude, as soon as he said it, I'm just like, I'm back. Like, I know that. I feel like if you ever watch South Park, if you've ever seen that guy, you know exactly what he sounds like. I'm back. He has almost like a little phlegm in his voice. A little bit of spit. Cousin Kyle. I'm that guy. Oh man. Alright, which? Who's first up? I don't even know who's going to be first up. Is it going to be Bayek? Yo. Bayek versus Curdy? Oh, Curdy. Curdy's going to feel the hurdy. Paladin versus Priest. Priest usually don't have a good fun with it. Blind dodging it is going to be a stun. Curdy with a trinket. Does him some dots. Fear on the Bayek. Curdy, that's an opportunity for you to make some damage happen. Bayek with the darker and racial. He doesn't have a trinket. That's probably going to be Bubble if you can force pressure into him. Instead, it's going to be Spell Warden. Might be a blessing of Spell Warden for Curdy. Mad's a spell Juke. Actually remove the immunity from Bayek. Hold on, maybe Curdy still got damage. He's got BE. He can just keep pumping silence on the Bayek. I don't know if he got enough damage. Bayek making sure to Bubble. And Curdy picking up a lot of healing there. Flash heal. It's going to be a kick available for Bayek in case he needs to. Searing Glare. Can't really stop him. Curdy might just have to go for a Disperse. He's got Fear coming up very, very soon. I think it's the Disperse action here, maybe. Bayek did Bubble and Bop. Oh, there goes the Disperse. Curdy really playing with fire. If Bayek has another stone ready for him, that could be really bad. Curdy better be really, really careful. Shadow Crash, Trick it out for Bayek. Interrupt on Unholy. Void Torrent. I don't know if Curdy got any damage to follow. Oh, it's so close. Oh, Bayek almost went down, but Curdy does get hammered in. Unfortunately. Man. That was a close duel. Curdy even got a cool juke. He got Bop and Bubble out for Bayek really quick. But man, that is so rough. Who's up next? It's just climbing around here like it's a jungle gym. Is it going to be Leah? Is it Radimus? Or is it whoever's next just giving Bayek a chance to get a true breather? I was playing the second game, and as soon as I got to see him, everyone in Discord started saying it. Good hour. Yeah. 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 Oh, it is going to be Leo. Yo, Leo. That's another class that usually struggles with Paladins, but Leo, like Curdy, they've had experience. Blind immediately AMS'd out by Leo. Try to see if he can spell steal summon from Bayek. I don't think he's going to be able to spell steal much. No more Bubble. Yeah, Leo decided to run him down out of town. With Max going to be up next. Technically, his name is M-E-H-S-N-A. Mesna? I don't know how to say it, but I just call him Mex. Because it's like M, what looks like a weird E, and an X. The Mex, I feel like it's just easier for me. Because I don't know how to say his name. I feel like I'm not pronouncing it correctly. I have no idea. Trees around the corner. There's no way Boomkins actually do well against Paladins, right? Bash or the Leo. I think maybe the solos that might be okay, but that silence, lockdown, and everything is huge. Burst is nice out of Boomkins though. Burst is very, very nice. Max does swing by, does get some cooldowns out from Leo. Just a little bit of cooldowns. Gripping right after Blind to Follow. Does go for the root mid grip. So for Leo, he tried to see if he can spell steal summon for Max. I think maybe spell steal like did he spell steal solar? That'd be hilarious if he just spell steal solar beam. That'd be insane if he spell steal solar just now. He stole something. I'm not sure what. Max trying to see if he can back up out of there. Does spell steal solar? That is so cool. Trying to see if he can grip him in. Gripping him back into solar. That is hilarious. Oh my god, that's funny. Is going to go for a Cyclones. Mag just trying to see if he can deal with the Rider. It's going to be a grip by Leo, but he's actually okay. Looks like he's fine with it. Going for a full incarnation. AMS is available. Trees, the Dryad, everything is up. Leo's actually under a ton of pressure. IBM just to hold himself steady. Lynchborn on top of it. DR after DR. So many defensives all combined together. Disarm onto Leo, so he can't really do much. Try to see if he can spell steal whatever spell he can from Mess. I don't think he's going to be able to. Spell steal something. I think a Rejuve, maybe. Maybe? I can't tell. But that was a huge breath damage out for Leo. With Danduin going to be up next. For Leo, I think he needs to start to find a way to spell steal immunities out of Paladins. That's the only way I think he's going to win this. If you can spell steal immunities out of Paladins, pre-AMS and that Hodge, which is beautiful. Try to see if he can spell steal summon from Dan. I think he was able to spell steal, like, yeah, normal heal, normal flash heal, but it doesn't really do much, unfortunately. It doesn't really heal him for much. I don't think it gives him scaling or anything. Blind by Dan, trying to see if he can back himself away from Leon. Next time Leo has any good burst, there could be an opportunity to get some kind of immunity out of Dan. Dan with a trinket, Leo got himself damage, picking up silence of the Dan with a immunity potentially. Might be able to spell steal summon big hard Dan. Maybe. AMS, lay on hands, cannot spell steal lay on hands, unfortunately. I don't think he was able to spell steal anything from Dan. Maybe a small heal? I don't think so, though. I don't think so. So Leo will have to wait until Pillar of Frost is back up and available to then maybe make something work. Is going to be able to spell steal a Hodge. Is going to get the Hodge back to Dan. At least he's got that. Locking him down for just a second. Getting a wall and shield of evidence out of the Paladino. Which is pretty good. Morgan charging in. So he's going to be able to start chipping away at the shield of evidence. AMS up for Leo. He's got him some cooldowns coming up very, very soon. He's got a big stun. So you could spell steal a immunity out of Dan. I think he might just have to go for it. I think he just has to go for it. Yeah, he just has to make it happen. With the silence, that's going to be huge spell steal. Bubble is available. Leo might just have to bubble it. Does go for the bubble of his own, right? Yeah, he does go for the bubble. He's in a bubble. And Dan cannot stop this damage. He can't stop any of this go. Oh, the DK just keeps crashing down on him. Oh my god, it was so beautiful. Yeah, when you pull full stun into silence on a paladin and you're just like under a ton of pressure, first thing he's probably going to do is pop an immunity, first global, to try to stop the damage immediately as soon as he can. So that's basically, what is it? Dark Simulacrum? I don't know how to say it, honestly. But Dark Sim helps him spell steal something awesome, something useful. Just got to be in the right position. I don't know what he spell stole from Rick. It looked like he did. Ooh, the silence of Rick, unfortunately, taking that silence away into his own side of the room with that gateway. It is massive. Absolutely massive. Leo forced to kind of just chill back and get himself a bit of recovery from the pet. Might be enough for Rick to actually, yeah, put that pet back behind the pillar and try to give it a reheal. Bit of a reheal. You're not going to be able to health funnel pets in the future, by the way. You're going to have to use Drain in order to get any kind of healing for pets. It's going to be weird, but you'll have to actually get line of sight of the target and hit Drain. You won't be able to get your pets to, like, just port you back and then give him your health. Reflect out for Rick is going to get hit with a blind either way. Does go for the trinket here. Stunning Leo. Leo has potentially big damage here. More to call. He just got to wait it out. Leo's got to silence. Yet another axe toss. It's going to be a big board for Rick. And Leo's kind of in a position where he's not in a good spot. All these pets are empowered. He's got an extra pet chasing after him, just glowing after. Shot if you're around the corner, it is super yard. Silence under Rick, trying to see if he can port. Leo is going to port it behind the pillar, unfortunately. Rick tried to see if he could maybe get away, taking lots of huge hits. Wall is available. Leo is also going to pop a wall as well. Oh my god, Leo! He just kept on trucking, and that wall that he stole from the Warlock just gave him that extra defense. He doesn't have to worry about healing, he just has to worry about pumping damage. Frost strikes and obliterates. Both do a ton of damage. Not a death strike in sight. Stun into Leo. Unfortunately, he does get collapsed with all the shatters at once. But the Death Knight played it so well. Very well done. Is it going to be Nasmeshka? Is it going to be Radimus? Looks like they're maybe letting Radimus play. Yeah, I think they're going to let Radimus play. Young is just going to pop a Ring of Frost over here in the room. Is going to try to see if he can get a couple of flurries on the Radimus. Spike immediately does a lot of damage. Instant immunity off of that big Common Storm. Young with a quick invis trying to see if he can escape, but he is still taking damage. He's going to use it as a DR at most. Good swap to Albus because they're going to crash after arena loaded. All good, man. All good, all good. The back goes too late. Yeah, it's all good. I was going to ask you, like, didn't you want to go Diabolus? But yeah, it looks like Harvester is good, but it's not insane. Not for 1v1s at least. Definitely not. Definitely not. Radimus is in a position right now where he's just ready to go versus Young. Hits up with a quick blind. Does not follow up with a Searing Glare, unfortunately. Does get himself a bubble. I think he's just looking to end this duel. Unless Young got himself another block, it is over. Does he have it? No, he does not have it. It's over. It is over. Man, Leo does end up taking it. Done with them. Yeah, Harvester not for 1v1. Yep. Yeah, it's a little rough for 1v1. A little rough. But that was a good one. It was still good either way. Very well done for Leo. Well played. We're gonna call it here, chat. This has been we've been out here for 2 hours gaming. I've been enjoying these games a bunch. Ready? I'm gonna have to bow out for the night, man. I gotta get some work done. I gotta get some food. I got a lot of stuff I gotta do. I'm not Diablos. I know you want to go again, but I'm done for the night, boys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What the hell? This guy walked up and threw a fish at me. You're an awesome fish. Thank you so much, Anua. Appreciate that. Thank you. Someone thinks you're awesome. Thanks. Hope the next electric is good. Yeah, hopefully next week, man. I'll probably start the stream early like we did today. So yeah, hopefully it'll be good. You guys have a wonderful one. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. You guys have a wonderful evening. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm gonna go get some work done. I'm pretty much done. I just needed to do a little thing towards the tail end. Actually, I gotta do more work as well, but yeah, it's okay. Thanks for streaming, GG boys. GG's. Tomorrow I'm gonna be doing NA duels. Hopefully those will go well. And also let me know over the next few days they'll be probably doing more invites to the midnight beta. So if you guys want to join us over in midnight beta to join us for some duels, that'd be awesome. That'd be really fun. But yeah, I'd like to see if we can get some beta duels going if possible. In the past, for past expansions, we have been able to do so. Hopefully we'll be able to do it with midnight, but like they just haven't invited that many players, it looks like. I mean, they invited, like, a lot of people got in for the I think about the early access to test out the beta, because servers were literally on fire. But yeah, hopefully they'll do a bigger invite wave for PvP specific, because they'll be doing like play with the blues PvP events and stuff. Let's fuck up the war within. Actually, yes, it looks really fun. Classes are simplified, but it's not that bad. Like it feels kind of they're simplified, but like it feels like they're more focused, right? They're more focused. You don't have a lot of like minutia BS abilities you gotta press to make damage happen. If they want to make the game too casual, we'll see. Well, we'll see. But they definitely are trying to like listen to the community in terms of like the direction they're going with it, and they're trying to simplify classes a little. But some classes are needed, man. Like playing Outlaw Rogue in War Within, it's like giga complex. There's a lot going on to get it more casual. Just a little. It's just a little more. Classes are definitely getting streamlined in a weird way. Like Paladins, you know, you could basically get a build where only you have Judgment and Blade of Justice as your holy power builders, and that's it. And you can have them be like on a fairly long cooldown, but every time you hit them, they hit you a lot of resources and they hit very hard. It's a little jarring, but it's also kind of cool because then Divine Toll also gives you the big hammer and stuff. And then put on console is fine. I have one day, man. Technically, it is. They did say it's coming on the next console for Xbox, but that console is more of a PC. It still has the console functionality, but you will be able to run it like a PC and play WoW on it. But like console players, essentially, if they do get it, they'll basically get WoW, and they'll be playing WoW on a controller, I imagine. Because I imagine if you're buying an Xbox for a console, you're probably going to be playing it on a controller. So while it's not fair to say that we'll be getting more console players, technically with this Xbox, we'll be getting more controller players. That's probably the future of WoW because it's Microsoft. Maybe. But there have been other games that worked well on a controller, at the very least. Like Final Fantasy XIV worked really well on a console, PlayStation. And it plays well on a controller, right? But like, it doesn't mean that the game is like simplified just because you're playing a controller, right? You still have a bunch of abilities and action bars you gotta manage and all that. So it's just a little different. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how things go. But they're definitely doing a bit of pruning. Some people are a little worried about the pruning, but some I'll tell you right now, there are plenty of classes that needed the prune. There are some like wild outliers. Like at first I thought like Frostmate was going to feel really bad without Icy Veins, and it feels fine without Icy Veins. It feels probably better without Icy Veins, right? I would say like Rogue, I thought like would feel weird, but no, it feels really good. Assassin feels amazing. Outlet feels really good to play. It still has a whole roll the bones mechanic, and you still got to manage cooldowns, but it's so much more straightforward. Yeah, it's still a more RPG and not action RPG. I'd say WoW is as close to like an action RPG as you can get while still being fully tap target. But like some of the abilities and classes have, right? Like Demon Hunter, like that's an action RPG class in a way with how many frontals you have, how many AoE skills you got. You know, how many keybinds you put in control, at least 20 is so cool. Yeah, you can definitely do quite a decent bit. Like there's some games make it work, honestly. You just have to do a lot of like modifiers like R1, R2, left trigger, right trigger, or bumpers, triggers, whatever you do, right? Yeah, but with all those modifiers, you can definitely get a lot done. I think it should have been turned into ice a body in PvE. Just make it a 1 minute CD, 1.3 minute. Always awkward. I don't know. I kind of like them just being able to play around. Like, they basically never have a cooldown. They never have like a big cooldown that buffs them. They're always doing peak damage. They just use some of the stronger abilities at a certain cooldown. But they've been tuned to the fact that they don't need Icy Veins as a burst ability. They're constantly doing big damage at all times. They just gotta play around cooldowns of certain big abilities. I like it a lot more, Jake, honestly. Like, playing around with it, it feels better. It feels better for Frost, because the spec, at the end of the day, within like AoE content, was all about like big burst 30-second setups or so, right? If it ice body because there's already ice and something immune to suns. Ice form, right? There's ice form. I'm sure they'll still keep ice form for PvP. Yeah. Make it 1 minute. I think making Ray of Frost a minute and having Ray of Frost combo off of other spells and play around with your Apex talents, I think works fine. Personally, I think that works just fine. Another spec that I think benefits from it is Beastmaster Hunter, because they just have constant damage. They don't really have a big cooldown that they play around anymore. And I think it plays better into the, like, the pet sustained pressure. But they also never have like a big burst ability. But I think it makes sense for them. Right? That's another one where it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I think like something like Fury doesn't quite do that, but I feel like that would make sense for them, but they're not really doing that at the moment. But yeah, I actually don't hate it. Like, playing around with some of the specs out there, I don't hate it. I think Evoker and their simplification, how your empowerment abilities now consume your fire breath instead of like the engulf ability as devastation, I think it feels fine. It feels really good to play. And I like the little combos you do with their abilities, right? You do blue ability, you do blue combo. You do red ability, you do red combo. I think that plays really, really well. I want Dog until I tested it. Oh, it was on Frost. Yeah, definitely. This is what I would say. Like, give it a chance. Definitely give it a chance. I'd tell you off the bat, like, if it sucks, I'd tell you, like, you kind of sucks. I'd be honest with you boys. But that one, I was skeptic at first, but I seen the light. I tried it myself. I really see what they did with it. I think for some specs it works, but for like Red Pal, it felt weird. For Red Pal, I did think it felt a little weird. I may need to try a different build for Paladin, but it did feel weird to have like Judgment and Blade of Justice my only two builders, because Judgment becomes Hammer of Wrath during wings, so it just is a weird different mechanic, but it doesn't give me like shorter cooldown or more uses. But for that one, I might just have to go for like double Judgment charges and double Blade of Justice charges or something, just so I always have a button to press. So I'm always building spending. That's what it may come down to, honestly. But yeah, I'll need to mess around with it and play around with it some more. There's still other specs I need to play. Like Survival, I feel like the changes are good for them, honestly. Like, not having to wait on kill command kind of feels nice. Actually feels really, really nice. At first I thought it'd be weird because I'm so used to with them being cool, everything has a cooldown, but always having a button you can press during downtime feels good. One hit melee uptime anyway. Is it one hit melee uptime? Yeah, like you still do have that Crusader Strike auto attack mechanic or like Templar auto attack mechanic, but I was talking about it from a more PvE angle. But yeah, for PvP you could definitely go for like double charges, so you can just go range damage in PvP for the most part. Yeah, I was more meaning like from a PvE or like a general sense, but yeah, I'm sure those melees and like getting Templar Strikes is still going to be pretty massive, but you probably won't be able to play that auto attacky Blade of Justice reset. You'll probably have to play it off of like your finishers. There probably is melee 10% of the duel. Yeah, in duels, but also I'm talking about like general PvP as well. Like just general like duels, arenas, solos, blitz, right? I think that range is probably going to be a little safer, a little bit better. But the Apex Sound supports like going for like range gameplay as well. You're not going to have like melee damage, but still it'll be pretty good. At least I think so. But we'll see. And like also changes to like Affliction Warlock, I thought those were good. Arcane Mages, I need to play around with that some more, but I didn't hate those changes either. I need to play Warrior, man. I don't see any Warriors at all in a beta. They don't really seem to do a lot of damage. Demon Hunter is also really good, like the Devour Demon Hunter. I need to play Shaman some more. I played a little bit of Valley, but I need to like try and see what kind of builds Ellie plays right now. And Enhancement. Heard those are pretty streamlined as well, like in a kind of a good way. Anyway, chat, you guys have a good one. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you. See you tomorrow for some duels. Hopefully I have the camera fixed up by tomorrow, alrighty? Alrighty, boys. Peace.
change, it's evolution. With to shake the ground, you feel it moving. We're the real